Hello, hello, hello. What's going on, everybody? How we all doing?
I came on over while he was gone. Nobody but you and me, baby, all night long. Well, I don't know, baby. Now something's changed, you know, and all I can say is it ain't the same. Woo, baby, do you remember when we were hiding out, just sneaking out, falling or making out? Now that you're here to stay, you know the thrill is gone. I liked it better when it was wrong. I liked it better when it was wrong. But do you remember when we were hiding out, just sneaking out, falling or making out? Now that you're here to stay, you know the thrill is gone. I liked it better when it was wrong. I liked it better when it was wrong. Do you remember when we were hiding out, just sneaking out, falling or making out? Now that you're here to stay, you know the thrill is gone. I liked it better when it was wrong. I liked it better when it was wrong. Ooh, baby.
Hello, Doubt Happy. What's going on?
You know I liked it better.
How we doing, everyone?
Yeah, and I know you did too. Whoa, but it's all right, baby. When it was wrong. No, we don't have to pretend.
It's a good day to do a show, huh, guys?
I go my way, you go yours. And if I never ever see you no more, ooh, you better know I still think about it, girl. Ooh, I might even have to stop to turn around. Oh, and if I don't see you looking back at me, girl, yeah, you better know I can still remember your smiling face in my mind. What I remember, baby.
Alrighty, everybody. So we're gonna play a couple songs, and then we're gonna get this show started.
You have been knocking.
So everybody sit back, relax,
you read the sign before.
Grab a drink,
you can't come
grab
in.
some weed,
You cannot
grab whatever you need.
I'm not a
We're getting started soon, everyone.
The more you need to show. Who is this stranger? Who is this mystery man? You ain't no neighbor, you ain't no friend. You are not welcomed inside, you cannot sit in. And furthermore, you need to show. If you wanna see inside of me, I'ma need to see your ID. 'Cause if we gon' go deeper, I'ma need to see what's beneath the surface of your smile. If you weren't staying away, man, if there are better things to get between my knees, I'll grab the things from out my store. But you're so dumb, you better know. You rather steal and take what others work for. But I'm the only store that got what you need. But you gon' have to work for these groceries. Hanging on the block, why not come inside? I bet so on the low, I know you not hide. I know you won't ride the easy way down, but working for the pussy will get the behind. Flexing with the Jesus piece, you real freak. You about to freeze my knees, you real dick. With your mink selling drinks with a wink, your breast tank, baby. 50 feet, where's your fucking ID?
Wait, hang on.
See inside of me.
You're saying to me that you didn't come to my show last time because you couldn't find the link. Parking, I thought you were a verified journalist. This is not what a verified journalist says.
believe. Why go to a mall? I believe the things you see will get you to the stars. If you wanna see inside of me, I'ma need to see your ID. 'Cause if we gon' go deeper, I'ma need to see what's beneath the surface of your smile. If you weren't staying a while, move fast, move slow, move fast, move slow, move fast, move slow, move fast, move slow. But you gotta go, oh, but you gotta go.
All right, we're having some rug-related technical difficulties, but once we get those all sorted out, we're going to get a little show started here. Are there any Iranians in the audience today? I need a rug. Yes, I need a rug. I need a good Iranian fan.
This is a true love story song, a triumph and a glory song, with only one small caveat. This one hasn't happened yet. It's not the strongest narrative, but details aren't imperative. What matters is the way it ends. And they've got 16 mutual friends. He's got animal spirits, and he's got heartfelt lyrics. Put them together and you can hear it. Oh, song everyone knows. And he's got animal spirits, and he's got heartfelt lyrics. Put them together and you can hear it. Oh, the way the story goes. Now everyone seems unaware that these two are a destined pair. But I checked out their astral chart, and this one is a work of art. Now I know she reads astrology, and he can't stand astrology, but he's quick with an apology when he wisecracks the zodiac. And he's got animal spirits, and he's got heartfelt lyrics. Put them together and you can hear it. Oh, song everyone knows. And he's got animal spirits, and he's got heartfelt lyrics. Put them together and you can
Let me
hear
look
it.
over my notes really quick. How are my notes looking? I like all these notes.
There is only one thing left, and
I like all these
climax.
Oh, God, there have been so many fun things that have happened over the last 2 days. Oh, this is so exciting. I think it's time to start the show. What's up, everybody? How we all doing? Wait, how do we get this all set up? We got the candles right there. We got the bong. We got the duck painting. One of my haters said that he would give me an easier time. Here, we don't want that. You know, he said he would give me an easier time if I made the duck painting a little bit more visible. So we got that. We got the guitar I found. And here we are in absolutely incredible spirits. How the fuck is it going, everybody? It's been a good day. Guys, I have a new desk, which means that my typical mic arm no longer works. So I'm going to have to... This is what the show is going to be like from now on. It's going to be me holding the mic stand like a crazy person like this, which I think it's a vibe. It's a vibe for sure. I think we'll make it work. Okay, so here's something. I want everybody, before I talk about anybody else, I want everybody to understand just how fucking stupid I am. I'm a very dumb guy. Okay, so I have my computer and I have my monitor, okay? So this whole time, I've had my monitor hooked up to the Xbox. So to me, it was like, this is the TV for the Xbox. I didn't even consider the fact that I could use it as a second monitor. So this whole time, I've been jumping through hoops. What I've been doing is I've been taking the iPad, putting it to the side, setting it up where I could see the chat. And this whole time I could just plug in this beautiful monitor that I have right here. So like I've been doing this stream this whole time. I've had the computer up and running, and then I've had this huge monitor that has just been off right next to me while I've been struggling. So that's the type of person that I am. I'm glad I figured this shit out. I got a new desk right here. Things are looking good, man. Things are really, really looking up. I have a lot of grievances with a lot of people. That's one thing that you guys are going to pick up on real quick today. Got a lot of grievances. Huge problem with Willie Mack. I hate Willie Mack. Willie Mack to me is like boring talk about Liver King. Boring talk about Liver King. Okay, Mr. Drama Alert. Dropped to, 700 views since Salvo left? Drama Alert? I'll take advice elsewhere. No, I love Drama Alert. I love Keemstar. Keemstar is a legend. Everybody give it up for him. But yeah, oh my God, Liver King has been exposed. Should we talk about this? Maybe we should spend a little bit of time talking about Liver King. That's actually not the worst idea in the world here. All right, let's take a look. What the fuck is that? Apple security system. What the hell am I doing? Okay. More plates, more dates. Let's check this guy. Do you guys know more plates, more dates? This is like he's like a muscle science YouTube guy. So imagine YouTube, like anatomy and fucking bodybuilding is one YouTube channel, I guess. Joe Rogan has a big thing with this guy. To me, I've run into his channel every now and then. To me, he's kind of like the CoffeeZilla of bodybuilding. That's the vibe that his channel is, where he's constantly kind of scouring around, looking for who's doing like kind of the big scheme. You know what I mean? So I guess yesterday he did this incredible expose on fucking Liver King. Do you guys know who Liver King is? Here, if you don't, we're going to watch a little bit of this video right here. That's a great idea, by the way, Keemstar. Great. We got Rump and Dump in here, which is great because we got some talk. Rump and Dump is remember the diet goth mommy person who's like part of Tipster's harem. You remember that person where she hasn't seen her husband in 9 months, and then she was acting like I'm so stupid because I didn't know why her husband's gone. I don't care why your husband's gone. You haven't seen him in 9 months. Doesn't matter why he's gone. I don't care that he's been blowing little Pakistani fucking kids' heads off overseas. It doesn't matter to me. But we're going to talk a little bit about, the Liver King. Great idea from one of the legends of commentary, Keemstar. What a great fucking guy. So Liver King, if you guys don't know who he is, he popped out of motherfucking nowhere. This guy basically went from 0 to 100. He started in 2020. He has, I think it's like fucking 3 million some odd followers at this point. He started from 0. So he went from fucking 0 to like 3 million in no time at all. And I guess his whole thing is that he's got these like 9 rules. Anytime you see somebody who's like, you have to follow by my step of 9 rules, any numerical follow these rules, that is a scam 100% of the time. But this guy, what he does, his whole sort of, his thing is that he eats like a lot of raw meat. So let's take a look at this fucking guy. Look at him. Look at this. Naomi's going to answer the phone while I'm trying to do a stream for you nice people. Look at this. Who are you talking to? It's Julianne. We got a stream going on here. Tell Julianne you could talk another time. Julianne is... I'm going to have a talking to with her. I swear to God, guys.
And
This is Liver King right here. Take a look at the muscles and pectorals on this. This is what real Chad alpha man, this is what real Chad, alpha male men do, by the way, is they just ogle other men's bodies and talk about their diets. That's what they do.
To maintain full transparency, just like he does with his supposed natural status.
Yeah, look at this guy. So apparently this guy, his whole thing is that he has built this body from eating like raw animal parts. That's his whole fucking thing.
To maintain full transparency, just like he does with his supposed.
Because he's supposed to, he's trying to tap in to the Joe Rogans of the world who like elk hunting and I'm on a carnivore diet. Yeah. The cavemen did all this back in the day, so that means that I'm gonna do this, even though cavemen died when they were fucking 16 years old. I'm gonna go for the caveman diet. Yeah, that makes a ton of sense. So he's trying to sort of like play into that kind of like male fantasy of like ripping an animal's body parts open, watching it scream, like literally hiding in the bushes, waiting for a wounded gazelle to come by, and then fucking ripping its skin open and taking a bite out of its heart while you can see a tear fall from its eye. Like the Native American who saw all the litter by the side of the road. That's the fantasy that they're trying to play into. And this guy's whole fucking thing is that this is a natural body. This is like a normal body that you could get if you just eat raw animal parts all day. So
status.
This apparently
Liver King has been very candid about the success of his portfolio of supplement companies.
Mine, little birdie told me that you're making over $100 million a year from your businesses. True or false? True. That's a pretty staggering accomplishment.
Now, understandably.
Oh, by the way, apparently one of the things about him, the only thing that he drinks is this Spring Valley water that you see on the side here. That's one thing that he made extremely clear. The only thing he drinks is water out of a glass bottle. It's the Mountain Valley. That's what he does.
False. True. That's
true or false? Are you all natural? True or false?
$100 million a year from your businesses. True or false?
$100 million a year. Sorry.
True. That's a pretty staggering accomplishment.
Now, understandably, this success draws a.
Oh, you're trying to tell me the guy that showed up on the Logan Paul podcast to talk about his very specific diet might actually be trying to make money off me? Excuse me? Really? You're telling me that Liver King is actually not a great guy? Really? Liver King's not a good guy. He's not all what we thought he was.
As a whole, as there is a clear monetary incentive to promote what he does.
There might be something a little bit sketchy about somebody who eats raw animal parts and works out all day. Oh my God.
And if he's on drugs after all, there is a clear monetary incentive to withhold that information.
Oh, cool. I like men that look like monkeys and do what monkeys do all day. That's the type of man that I look up to. Swinging from the ropes. Ooh, Yeah, I look up to that guy. He's so cool.
I'm not gonna lie about it too.
He apparently, there's another interview where Liver King claims that he never wipes his ass. Yeah, Liver King claims never wipes his ass. Apparently his shit comes out so solid and perfect that he just never even checked. He checked for a while. And then, you check enough times in a row and the shit is just coming out nice and solid. So eventually he just stopped checking if he has shit in his ass. That's the type of life that this guy lives.
His agenda.
Or at least that's the type of claims that this guy makes. And it's like, I'm supposed to sign up for his dietary supplement shit.
And this scrutiny.
And it's like, listen, if you end up poisoning yourself or getting some type of like brain amoeba because you purchased like the Liver King supplement, you fucking deserved to have that happen to you to begin with. I'm sorry. It's the same way, like, if you have gone from being like a Minecraft YouTube fan to being radicalized by the alt-right, you're too stupid to be a part of society. It's like, these people are literally just trying to suck money out of the dumbest people that we have in this world.
Exponentially over the past year.
Yeah, oh my God. Look at his fucking arms. Look at that ham bone right there. Holy shit. You could tell, you could have, wait, what is her name? Babs. We could have Mystic Babs. She could be telling you fortunes through this guy's fucking muscle veins right here.
Not just not just double down on his statements of claiming natural, but he has.
Oh, yeah, and that's the thing about this guy. So he's been on every single person's podcast. He's been on everybody's. He's been on H3's podcast. He's been on what else? Joe Rogan actually refuses to have this guy on, which I think is actually kind of cool. Yeah, well, no. This guy is threatened by Joe Rogan. So there's actually a clip.
Did he pee in his pants?
Oh, yeah, he says he pisses his own pants. Like, that's the type of guy he is. He's like, oh, it's natural to piss your pants, so therefore I'm going to start pissing my pants.
Wait, really?
I'm almost positive I've heard him say some shit like that. Oh, yeah, look, so he's been on No Jumper, and every fucking show, he's just completely shirtless. It's like, dude, put on a shirt. It's like,
Feral.
this guy is he is full-blown feral. Then there's this guy. I don't know who this guy is. Oh, yeah. Our boys, Impulsive. Look at them. So you got Logan Paul. You got Mike right here. I mean, and then you have the fucking Liver King. And who's going to have a dumber audience than Impulsive? So it's like, this is just like ripe for the picking. When somebody like Liver King goes on a show like Impulsive, this guy's going to get like 10,000 signups for whatever bullshit that he does. What I want to find, though, is the clip from Joe. Oh, my God. Bert Kreischer. Are you serious? Oh, no. Even worse. It's Brendan Schaub. This is a great clip right here. I totally forgot about this. I watched this all last night. There's actually really, really good things in here. The video is called The Liver King Lie by More Plates, More Dates. And there are some really good moments. I'm going to try to show you guys some of my favorite moments. But there's kind of too many to count. So you guys should just kind of watch this on your own, to be honest with you. But let's watch what Brendan Schaub, he had a guest on, and he starts saying some stuff about Liver King, and it makes Brendan really uncomfortable. Let's watch this.
Financial reasons at all is perceived to be deceitful by many.
So here's a Liver King.
You're saying from his.
Yeah, so he's this nice guy. He peddles supplements.
Dude, who are these, like, this guy looks like he's straight up from fucking prison. Why is he on a podcast, and why are they eating food? Why are they eating food? Why does this guy's a coffee and he's eating like a bowl of Mediterranean shit? Like, what is
Lies. He's probably on the roids.
This is the ugliest background in the world. Goodbye. Look at Joe Rogan. You have Joe Rogan in the upper left-hand corner with a whole ass, like, fucking 30 people pointing guns at him. What is this background?
Talks
here,
about
man?
masculinity, but he walks around with his shirt off. That guy is an asshole. And fucking.
Wait, he's an asshole because
he's just
because
a fraud.
Of the
He's just a
marketing.
phony. He's a fraud. Like he's a clown. And like we all sit there and like
Look at Brendan Schaub's face here. Because you could tell Brendan is thinking about those dollar bills right here. So all of a sudden, this guy goes on a rant about how much he hates Liver King. And through Brendan's head right now, he's thinking to himself, ooh, this could cost me money right here. Look at the slow wheels turn in his head when he thinks about how to handle this situation here. I love this.
You're saying from.
I love
yeah,
this
so
type of
he's this
shit.
nice guy. He peddles supplements. He lies. He's probably on the roids. He talks about masculinity, but he walks around with his shirt off. That guy is an asshole. And fucking.
Wait, he's an asshole because
he's just
because
a fraud.
Of the
He's just a
marketing.
phony. He's a fraud. Like he's a clown. And like we all sit there and like in 2022, the day of social media and TikTok, we're all like, oh, the Liver King. Let's put this asshole up on a pedestal.
So his main message is eating clean, living like the caveman did, right? I don't give a fuck if he's on steroid.
I don't understand, like, why is it a good message to live like the cavemen? Like, in what world do we want to live like the cavemen? I don't understand, like, what health benefits the cavemen got that we didn't get. You know, okay, I'm pretty sure a caveman died pretty fucking early. Let me look this up really quick, because I don't understand this fascination with cavemen. Like, I just don't get it. Like, why do we want things to be more cavemen-like? Average age of cavemen. Okay. Okay, here we go. I'll just pull this up. First and foremost is that while Paleolithic era humans may have been fit and trim, their average life expectancy was in the neighborhood of 35 years. The standard response to this is that average life expectancy fluctuated throughout history, and after the advent of farming was something even lower than 35. Oh, okay. Interesting stuff there. But yeah, so it's like, you know, I don't know. For me, the whole Liver King thing, I'm just grossed out by seeing a guy eating raw animal parts. And frankly, I don't care if there's health benefits, and I don't care if it's helping all these people supposedly. I just don't want to see anybody eating raw liver. It's fucking disgusting.
But again, it's just like, it's the gimmick, dude. It's the fucking gimmick. Like, we live in a world with fucking gimmicks. Just be a normal motherfucker.
That's fair.
Put a shirt on.
It seems that
Yeah, so Brendan was like really, he was trying to dance between the raindrops on that one here. There we go. Let me get, ooh, yeah, that corner feels a little bit cozier, right? Okay, what else do we have in here? I want to see, oh, yeah. So he goes through this whole thing where he calls the Liver King a charlatan. And where does it get to Joe Rogan? Here it is. Okay, so all these fucking scumbags have had this guy, Liver King, this fucking scam artist grifter, who says that he has this perfectly natural muscular body that he got from lifting weights and eating raw animal parts, where in reality, later on, he is going to show us Liver King's actual medical records. Apparently, one of his ex-personal trainers from before he actually got into the, the Instagram, influencer sort of scene, before he got into that, he had a personal trainer who was prepping him for being the Liver King. And I guess Liver King had sent all these medical records to this guy, and the dude decided to leak everything to More Plates, More Dates. And we're going to see that a little bit later on. But all these podcasters ended up having Liver King on, and one guy didn't. That guy was Joe Rogan. Let's see why.
Nutrients. Well, that's true, but he's dodging the main bullet.
Well, it's too late for him now because he said no.
Yeah.
So if he is even on TRT, he should come out and just say it.
Well, look at him.
Because, yeah, I mean.
Do you know how rare it is to have a physique like that and not be on steroids?
He doesn't worry about the fallout from two very reputable sources.
Right. So Joe Rogan has very publicly said, this guy is not who you think he is. This guy is not natural. The body that he has is a byproduct of fucking science. People like this, somebody like Liver King is kind of like, I don't know how to, so I think there's two types of trans people. So if I'm a woman and I'm stuck in a man's body, I could either try to express myself as a woman, right? So I can start wearing dresses and taking estrogen and doing cosmetic surgeries. Or if I'm a woman trapped in a man's body, I'm going to try to be a double man. I'm going to try to fucking be bigger than all the other men. And I think that's what this is. If you're you know that fucking meme where it's like a girl and there's two roads you could go down and they're both really scary? That's what this is right here. This guy is trans. Liver King is full-blown trans. This guy is a man. This is a woman trapped in a man's body that hates men and is trying to outdo every other man. That's what we're looking at right here.
I'm an outright liar. Rather, he's thankful for more eyes on him. Now, he'll say...
Okay, now let's get to the part where they start talking about the medical records. The medical records are pretty fucking crazy. Here we go. This guy, he somehow got his hands on... So we could see here, Brian Johnson, brackets, Liver King ancestral supplements. This is from the guy. This is actually... You'll see the way he writes, too. It's very obviously Liver King.
Supplements.com. Like, this is very much his brand domain that he is emailing through, and his official email address, presumably from his company email address. So no attempt at trying to claim natural or anything. Like, very, very transparent in this email about what he needs to get out of this, what his goals are over the next year, and also identifying himself literally as, like, he was on a contact form, presumably of some website, to contact this guy, and wrote Brian Johnson, and in brackets, like, literally identified himself as Liver King. So super interesting stuff and really insightful as to what went into the strategy behind this whole brand from inception, because this is pre-social media push, keep in mind. So from Empower.
So that gives you a little bit of background. So email's legit. This is before the guy went through his whole social media kick. Okay, so here is where they talk about it. Oh my God, listen to the amount of fucking steroids that this guy took.
As I've reached my mid-40s, it's getting harder and the back fat fucking kills me. To support these exhaustive efforts, I've recently started taking Omnitrope. So if you guys don't know Omnitrope, this is pharmacy-grade human growth hormone. The brand it is
pharmacy-grade human growth hormone.
Created by the pharmaceutical company Sandoz, I believe it is. The 5.8 milligram vials from Empower Pharmacy. I
thought it was because you ate a goat's heart while the goat was alive and the screams vibrated through your body and it cleared out all the toxins, no? Oh, it's human growth hormone? Okay.
$1,000 per month
That's
for my
different.
new dose, which is 4 vials per week, 16 vials per month. So these 5.8 milligram vials, he's using 4 vials per week, 16 vials per month. What is that in international units?
Yeah,
Most
let's
of you
hear
guys are
this.
Probably more familiar with HGH dosages in international units. In general, for somatropin, recombinant HGH, 1 milligram equals 3 international units. So for each 5.8 milligram vial of Omnitrope, that has the equivalent of approximately 17.4 IU somatropin. So he mentioned 4 vials per week, 16 vials a month. I believe he mentioned in his email here, 16 vials a month.
Wait till you hear the amount of money.
That is going to be roughly 69.6 international units of recombinant human growth hormone per week, which is roughly 10 international units per day, which is like a fucking really, really high, super expensive.
Okay, so without the money element to this, listen to what this guy is saying. Not only was Liver King on human growth hormones, not only was Liver King taking steroids, which he claims he was not doing, this guy is taking close to 10 times the amount of steroids that most people normally take.
Dosage.
This guy is taking a fuckload of steroids.
I know bodybuilders who compete at the Open Mr. Olympia who use less pharma-grade GH than that. Like that's how high of a dose that actually is. So he says, I don't know if this shit is grossly underdosed or what, but I've been taking 2 vials per week and my IGF is only at 139. See recent labs below. My doctor told me that I could double it in an effort to get to the upper 200s, low 300s. She thinks I could be a hyper non-responder. I'm wondering if taking a fuckload of other peptides could be confounding the results and possibly interfering with the efficacy. For instance, here's what I'm currently taking. So here's a stack.
Okay, so this is a big deal because this guy has had the most explosive year, and it seems like nothing has really slowed this guy down at all. This right here is damning stuff. For the last 2 years, it's not like something that he has skated around. It's not like he, when he's asked about steroids, he tries to avoid, sidestep. That's not what this guy does. When steroids get brought up, he's like, I don't take steroids, I eat liver. This could be it for this guy. But, you always say that about these people who do all these bad things. You look at Joel Osteen, who didn't share his church during the, the Dallas hurricane or whatever the fuck that was. You look at all these people, they're still fucking doing their thing, Fucking J.K. Rowling's a turf. You got the fucking Harry Potter video game coming out. I'm going to be buying that shit. So it's like, I don't have a lot of confidence and faith in, people, this really even dissuading enough people from falling out of Liver King's orbit. I think, this might work on some people, but honest to God, I think if you're stupid enough to fall for the Liver King grift to begin with, I think you might be a lost cause. There might be an infinite amount of people that are this stupid. That might be the thing. It might be that no matter what you do, there's always going to be a certain amount of stupid people that are going to sign up for some dumbass bullshit that's going to kill them. And there's just nothing you could do about it unless you just, remove them from the algorithm. But it's like, how much does that even work either? Because, if you look at somebody like Andrew Tate is still up and running. He is still the talk of the town. Everybody is still talking about this guy. Even though you took him off everything, he is around. He's back. He is, you can't stop him. He is the unstoppable tide of Islam.
One LR3, presumably.
So what, is there any other interesting stuff in here? I mean, it's just a full expose. It's a full fucking expose. Talking about, you know, the type of workouts he does, the type of food he eats, you know, all this stuff. Full list right here. This is an expose. Liver King has given us all the info that we need right here. And, you know, and again, if you didn't know this was a bad guy to begin with, then I don't know what to tell you. But that was Liver King. Everybody, you know, thank Keemstar for that story. If you guys didn't like any of that, then, you know, I would say please blame Keemstar. Please blame Keemstar if you guys did not like any of that, because it's all his fucking fault, okay? Keep that in mind. God damn. I can't believe Keemstar, he no longer has Salvo or Chris. Isn't it so funny that Salvo left before Chris got fired? I mean, who would have saw that coming? That was pretty incredible. And oh my God, I was watching Chris's video explaining like where he's going. Here, maybe we could find that right here. I would love to find the video of Chris the Narc explaining that he's no longer on the Keemstar show. Does anybody know where to find that? Let's take a look at that. I want to watch that really quick. That was a funny fucking video. I love Chris the Narc related content, man. That guy fucking idolizes Derek Chauvin. It is crazy how much he loves Derek Chauvin. Is it on his channel? I'm pretty sure it was either on his channel or on his Twitter. Let's see here. Was it from... Oh, I'm pretty sure he streamed it on Twitch because he didn't want to stream it on his YouTube. Well, you know, if somebody finds it, please, you know, let me know. I want to watch it. I think that'd be a fun thing to watch. But one thing I did want to talk about, you know, we've been covering a lot of Tipster-related stuff the last couple days because Tipster has been on an unstoppable horny wave. This guy, his fucking dick has not been soft in the last month. And so we've been studying him. We've been seeing what he's been doing. We've been watching him manipulate polls. He's doing fraudulent polls in order to see women's tits, which doesn't make any sense. Listen, I'm in a monogamous relationship. For me, I watch porn and I don't interact with the people. I don't want to talk to them. I'm in a monogamous relationship, okay? So Tipster, it's not enough for him. He likes tiptoeing on that line, you know? Some e-girl says something a little scandalous. He likes, you know, he sees that on his Twitter timeline. He likes posting the eyeball emojis. You know, what else does he like to do? Oh, a girl's doing a contest where I get to see her boobs. Oh, better make sure that we win this contest. Let's use my whole fan base that I've used for years to build in order to see tits that are not my wives. So we've been really covering him. And I love this harem that surrounds Tipster. He's got quite the interesting fucking harem. I've said it before and I'll say it again. The women that surround Tipster, they remind me of women that would dress like chubby Harley Quinn for Halloween every single year. That's basically, if you're trying to get an idea of what Tipster's fan base looks like, that is a pretty fair description. But, you know, we ended up talking about all that, and one of the people in the Tipster harem has responded. They found my video. So we're going to watch that. This is so good, man. Oh, my God. This is so funny. We have so many good stories today, guys. We have a lot of really fun stuff. Let's see. Let me get this back up. All right. I guess, so she goes by, I saw her in the chat earlier. Her name is like Rum. But she also goes by Diet Goth Mommy, which I refuse to use that title. That is not a real name. I will not be calling anybody mommy.
I'm just so fucking tickled because like someone brought this.
Okay, listen. I live in a Dominican neighborhood. Everybody calls each other like Papi or Mommy. I fucking hate it. Ew! Don't call me Papi. The fuck? So this is her right here. So Rump and Dump. Despite clowning on him, I found this dude pretty enjoyable. Don't harass the guy. He's not a bad person. Just kind of awkward, LOL. Wow, okay. So, here's the thing. We've been insulting people, but we've also somehow also been winning them over. So there she is. What is that hat right there? CJ confirmed poor? So are we just not talking about Tim? We got stuff to talk. What are you talking about? Of course we're going to be talking about Tim. Would you get with the fucking program here? I can't talk about anything besides Tim Pool. We got a lot of fun stuff to do here. Hold your fucking horses. Can you guys please give Tamugo, also known as Max, please give this piece of shit a hard time. Because that was completely uncalled for. Why would you do that to me right now? I'm trying to throw a show. I'm trying to bring you guys something fun. And you're gonna be like, so we just not talking about Tim Pool? Okay, LOL. Passive-aggressive fucking scumbag. Canadian fucking scumbag ass fuck. Fuck you.
To my attention, they're like, you're gonna want to check this shit out. So I started watching it and I was like, no, my guy, I have to react to this because this is fucking hilarious. This dude, I don't know who he is sitting here.
It's me. CJ continues to pick the winning team. There I am.
Like dissecting Tipster and like his friendships and whatnot. I'm gonna sit here, I'm gonna eat, and we're gonna watch this shit because this is funny.
Oh, good. I love that, by the way. I love a streamer who's eating. Isn't that so respectful of the audience? Oh, great. Yeah, continue to eat into the microphone. I love that. That's my favorite thing is when streamers are eating while they're watching YouTube videos. That's great.
Bitch, all right, I got you the win. I got you the win. I got you.
Now it's like, who is this woman? She sounds like, I used to work in a kitchen, and then this one woman started working there, and she would always tell me how haunted she is, how there's ghosts all around her and stuff. She sounds like this.
Apparently I sound like I'm haunted, guys.
Yeah, you do. And what is up with your Pornhub hat? Okay, you're not exactly beating the horny allegations here, okay? Every conversation I've heard you involve yourself in turns into like there's some type of a sexual slant on it. And even your fucking clothing. Look at your hat. You're wearing a Pornhub hat. And what is up with this disgusting spaghetti you're eating? Look at how gross her food looks. Ew.
Haunted by dicks.
This woman joins the call who we're gonna talk about her later. She is really something.
Yeah, I'm just a pair of tits.
I bet you his mom cut his hair.
See, and unprompted. So I said, she's really something. And then she goes, just a pair of tits. Just a pair of tits. You brought that up. You're the one. This is my whole point. I'm not going after you. I'm going after Tipster, who's a married guy who's in voice calls with women that are just constantly talking about their bodies, their tits, their sex life. That's not monogamy. Okay, this woman right here, unprovoked, is talking about her fucking tits. Diet. Nobody wants to talk about your fucking tits. Leave them out of it. Goth mommy person. Wait till you meet this diet.
I'm the diet goth mommy.
She's really fucking something.
Look, there
me. She is in the top left corner.
Yeah, I'm there too.
Yeah, I recognize those tits. That's me, dog.
The top just screams whore. I totally get it now. I take back what I said about the haircut.
Is so horny. It's like, and that's the other thing too. Listen to the fucking, okay. We're going to pay attention to two things here. We're going to pay attention to the speculations that I make about her life, and then we're going to see the speculations that she makes about my life. And the same for her friends, too. Listen to her stupid fucking friends.
Yeah, I recognize those tits. That's me, dog.
The top just screams whore. I totally get it now. I take back.
I never called her a whore. I said she's horny. That's different, okay? I'm not calling her a fucking whore. Nobody said whore. You're the one that... See what these people are doing to me right here? These people are fucking... They're playing some mind games, man. You can't let these fucking parasites win.
Say about the haircut.
Is so horny. It's like...
I'm so horny, guys.
It's like... You're wearing a Pornhub hat.
I am so horny, it's fucking illegal.
I bet you when he watches porn, he looks at pictures, not videos.
Oh my god.
I don't even know what that means.
This looks like a nice Christian woman that waited until marriage.
And you want to talk about, oh, I'm not cheating on my wife. I'm not cheating on my wife. Okay, if you're in a Discord call with the horniest woman alive and your wife doesn't know about it, I mean, come on.
I'm the horniest
Do you see the effect that my words have on people? Sometimes I forget because I'm just talking into the microphone and then it's just kind of, it goes into the ether. But it's crazy thinking that my words have this type of effect on people. If you're in a Discord call with the horniest woman alive and your wife doesn't know about it, look at that. I sucked the fucking wind out of her. Poof. I mean, come on.
I'm the horniest woman alive.
Dude, I'm saying that shit so much that people are going to think that that's a real thing.
I mean... Like, what? I don't understand where the lie is in that.
He thinks I sent titty pics to Tipster. Well, actually, okay. I'm going to apologize to Tipster for this later. I absolutely...
What the fuck? Didn't she say that she sent titty pics to Tipster? I'm pretty sure that was like a quote from her. That's the thing about these people. I'm just taking what they put out there at face value. So she is putting out a certain image and picking up on it, and I'm responding to it.
Did send Tipster a titty pic, and I will show...
I'm not making this... I don't say this stuff about everybody. I say it about people who leave me context clues.
You here. Let me fucking scroll up a little bit, because it was just for him. I sent him 6 titty pics. Okay.
Yeah, right there. There it is. There it is. Been exposed.
I've been exposed. If I could...
Not only that, he responded with fat, fat, fat.
He thinks I actually sent fucking titty pics to this man.
Tipster. Ooh, that's pretty embarrassing too. That's got... See, no matter how you spin this, Tipster loses. Because on one hand, she's like... let's say that she did send Tipster titty pics. Well, then it's like, ooh, Tipster, that's not good. That's not good, Tipster. But then this is like, she's like grossed out by the concept of sending Tipster photos of her tits. She's like, oh, you didn't think that I sent photos of my tits to Tipster?
Fat, fat, fat.
He thinks I actually sent fucking titty pics to this man. Tipster is my best friend.
Exactly. And that's another thing. And she's going to use this cope a little bit later on. Oh, my God. It's so funny. So her whole thing is that, she doesn't have, like, a sexual relationship with Tipster. He's just, like, her best friend and confidant, and they share all these secrets with each other. Oh, you mean, like, what a husband is supposed to do? Why is Tipster doing that stuff?
We adore Tipster. We're very good. We're very close. You know, like, he's my fucking confidant sometimes, and, like, I his, whatever. Like, we could talk to each other about shit. But that man does not want to see me fucking naked.
This is the kind of dude that when you go to a convention,
I mean, the amount of fucking cope. Are you serious? This man doesn't want to see me naked? What? You don't think Tipster has been fucking salivating like an English bulldog? Thinking about fucking milk squirting out of them things?
Like, I his, whatever. Like, we could talk to each other about shit. But that man does not want to see me fucking naked.
This is the kind of dude that when you...
Yeah, right. Tipster doesn't want to see you naked. Yeah, fucking right.
Mention, you know he hasn't showered.
Some of my nudes.
Oh, listen to the speculations they're saying about me, too. CJ hasn't showered. I just showered, okay? Just showered.
But I don't show my face in my pictures. Right?
Oh, cool. So, like, again, it's like, pay attention. So, Tipster, totally not disrespecting his wife at all, is in a voice call with all these women.
Michael, you are the ugliest woman I have ever seen.
I know I am. Fuck.
Oh my God.
Why is my vagina so long and external?
You could be in voice calls and be talking to women, and it's whatever, you know? Women are people.
Tell me you're single
like,
without telling me you're
single. If you're in a Discord, tell me you're single without telling me you're single. Did you guys see my fiance behind me a couple of minutes ago? The woman who I fucking put a ring on, the one that I'm getting married to? Yeah, oh, tell me you're single without telling me you're single. Nice, man. I'm telling you, look at people's predictions. Look at who they predict as what is and isn't reality. Look at that. I mean, these people don't know fucking up from down, left from right. They don't know nothing.
I bet
And
you
you're
he's still a virgin.
With a group of horny women, there's a little bit of a different implication.
This guy didn't take one red pill. He took the whole bottle of red pills.
He's like, I took the whole bottle of red. Dude, I'm a fucking soy ass SJW cuck. I'm a fucking lib. I took a whole box of red pills. Are you fucking serious? My whole life is like, I'm like surrounded by like women and gays, and like it's not a red pill situation. Why are they so confused by me? I look like a fucking dyke dog. He's like an English bulldog that's like fucking, like you could see the drool hanging out of his mouth right here.
True. Oh
He is salivating, thinking of the fucking.
God damn it.
I like how this dude's talking about Tipster salivating when
Oh,
this is the most
see,
women
if
he's
we
ever
make a lot of
seen.
noise, the milk. If we make a lot of noise, it sounds like CJ's crazy. If we respond in this crazy way, we're gonna make it seem like CJ isn't making a bunch of really fucking good points. Milk machine. I know that game. He can't
The
stop
milk
thinking
machines.
about them.
Holy
He is
shit.
oh, and yeah, see, look at that. You were like, oh, she is so excited that I brought up her breasts. It was like, she's just been That's every conversation for her, is she's just waiting for a moment to bring up her titties. Look at how excited she is.
I like how this dude's talking about Tipster salivating when this is the most women he's ever seen.
Of the milk machines. He can't
The
stop
milk
thinking
machines.
about them.
Holy
He
shit.
is he is lost in thought thinking about this woman's fucking breasts.
My body looks like
I'm
an
dry
Asian person.
for
You
you.
don't really know who it is.
I mean, I think is
Well,
she?
it circulated back to me.
I'm dry. I'm not trying to make her wet. I'm doing a criticism video. These people are so fucking twist. So I'm not allowed to if I'm criticizing a woman who's saying some dumbass shit, I'm trying to get her wet. Like, what the fuck is wrong with these fucking people? They're so sick in the head.
Like
I'm
an
dry
Asian
for
person.
you.
Don't really know who it is. Well, it circulated back to me. Someone hit me up and they're like, "Hey, they sent me what they said was your nudes," and I'm like, "Okay, send them to me." And so they did, and they were like, "Is this you?" And it absolutely was a picture of me. I'm not gonna lie. I know those titties. Those areolas belong to me. However, I said no, but she got nice titties. And
That's like okay, and it's like I don't know. Like, Rum, are you not smart enough to see like what I'm seeing? Because it's not like, yes, I'm not saying that like you are cheating on your husband who's a troop and loves killing people and shit. I'm not saying that you're disloyal to your fucking gross troop husband, okay? That's not what I'm saying at all. What I'm saying is Tipster is in a voice call with women that are talking about their tits all day, okay? So man the fuck up and understand that there's a reality beyond your own two eyes, okay? There's different acceptability ranges for different people, okay? And all I'm saying, two lines on a graph, or two dots on a graph make a line, right? So now you have a pattern. And what I'm saying is, the reason I made this video to begin with, we're noticing a pattern of tipster-related horniness. So fucking man up to me.
he's never touched a woman.
That's
It's now confirmed he hasn't.
Never touched a what? Do you know Naomi makes me walk around in that fucking Balenciaga gimp suit, drink fucking milk out of a bowl on the ground while she pisses on me. You don't think I've touched a woman before, you fucking idiot?
Me describing the fact that I'm like, I know those titties because I grew them myself, and he's like, yes, is this sex?
I love that, by the way. I love they did a meme
Those
of me.
titties
Look at
because
this.
I grew them myself, and he's like, yes.
Okay, so this is the stuff I like. Look at this meme right here. Oh my god, fuck it. I'll give you some snaps for that. That's good. I like this. I like this a lot.
Is this sex?
You think he considers holding hands BDSM?
He probably thinks that if you hold a woman's hand, she'll get pregnant.
he comes off as the kind of dude who like
These guys are so bad. They're so bad at figuring out. Listen to these guys try to parse through reality. These fucking stupid idiots. Okay, yeah. If you argue against the most extreme version of what I'm saying, yeah, obviously it's easy to just write me off. But if you really consider the meat and bones of what I'm saying, you'll understand that I'm being hyperbolic to make a statement, you fucking stupid dummies.
Taught what sex was by like his grandma.
He's probably the type of person that gets a Valentine card. It's like, oh, we're making it serious now.
Oh, I gotta keep
When do
going.
I move in?
I gotta keep going. I gotta fucking hear this shit.
That to me is like, that's like a facial, but like with words. You know, I mean,
facial.
Oh my
give her a fucking
god,
towel.
dude!
Look at that. That's like an award-winning line. I mean, come on. It's like a facial, but with words. I mean, come on. That's like the best haiku that's ever been written. That's a great line. I'm glad they appreciate it.
Welcome. I splooged all over that man's face.
He's the only one who's ever truthfully seen the real giant dick of Rome, apparently.
He is either a fantastic.
Yeah, that's a good question, by the way. Ooh, God, I gotta get used to this new desk right here. You see what I'm doing with this mic? I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna hold it so it's like I'm playing the flute. Look at that. Oh yeah, it's like I've been noticing this. A lot of people get this like LED light. I don't understand why. It doesn't even look good. It looks like a vibrator. I don't understand why so many people have that. It looks awful.
Because it is making me laugh. It is like, that's fucking hilarious. Or he is B, just absolutely fucking I blew a fucking load on this man's face.
It's like involving me in the sex act now. Is that part of the kink? I don't even hate Tipster. I just enjoy... These are all... I mean, again, it's like, it's good points. It's like, okay, Tipster not only is having all these voice calls with women talking all day and night about their tits, okay? And again, Rump, you're not going to... There's no world where you could deny that your conversations lead in like a sexual direction in a way, where you're talking about the, you know, differences of your body. You're talking about all this fucking sexual related stuff. There's no denying that. Okay, the implication of that you could argue, but it's fucking, I don't think you understand what's going on here. Everybody in this chat room is digging through your information as we speak. We are writing it down. We have a private Discord where we keep diligent notes on people, and we're keeping notes, okay? That's what's going on right here. So we know, there's no denying, okay? We know everything that we need to know about you. Okay, no more. And what we're saying is, Tipster live streaming these voice calls where he is salivating, fucking literally, just like, he has to mute his mic because when you're just talking about whatever fucking bullshit about your titties or whatever, Tipster's in the corner like, and it's like, for me, watching this is like, I didn't consent. You know what I mean? Like, I went on YouTube. I didn't go on fucking massive kink, like Latino BBW kink.com. I didn't go to that website. Like, if I went to that website, it'd be a little bit of a different story. But I just feel like I was, in a way, I was raped. In a way. In a very roundabout, you know what I mean? That's all I'm trying to say here. I'm a victim. I enjoy, he's the exhibitionist, and I am the voyeur.
He is the voyeur.
Oh, so you're cranking it to Tipster, are you, bud?
I get it. Okay, look, I understand. This guy is obviously really jealous that I am as close to Tipster as I am. It's very clear to me that this man just wants.
Why would I be jealous? Why would I be operating the way that I'm operating if I'm jealous about how close somebody is to Tipster? That doesn't make any sense. Because if anything, Tipster was nothing but nice to me. Tipster was super nice, and he, responded to my DMs. He helped me out with a BX Bullet story. So I've had every reason in the world to be nice to Tipster. Tipster raided me one time. I got Tipster raided into my YouTube account. So I have all the reason in the world to be nothing but nice to Tipster. So it's like, how did you extrapolate from all that I'm jealous of how close you are to Tipster after I've been making all these videos where Tipster has been like, in the middle of the night, he's been blocking and unblocking me because he doesn't know if he likes me or, hates me. So it's like, I'm not jealous. There's no jealousy. That's crazy. Yep. What a fucking spectacle, man. What an absolute fucking public, horny spectacle he's making out of himself. I want to take a look at this goth mommy girl. I don't know who this goth mommy girl is.
Oh my God.
But again, Tipster has these lost souls that surround him.
Your lost soul,
These
bro.
people,
Your lost soul.
Your father was right all this time.
Man. Wait till you hear the circumstance of her marriage. It's so weird. Now we're getting into this stuff because I don't know. My ears perked up when all of a sudden out of nowhere she goes, I haven't. When my husband gets home, here's what she goes. I don't know anything about this fucking woman, right? But I know that I hear her on Tipster's stream like, oh, my husband, he might come home in a month or two, and when he gets home, he better let me fuck the shit out of him because I'm so fucking horny. I am so horny, and my husband has refound Jesus, but, you better not have found Jesus before. I don't know. You were saying something about like licking balls or I don't know what the fuck type of rated X shit you were saying you wanted to do to your husband. But all I know is you were saying it, and I was like, whoa, this is you're brain raping me. What is this?
Coming home at some point at the end of this month or next month or whatever.
At the end of this month or next month, I'm going to see my precious husband. You haven't seen him in months? Tipster is in all these private group calls with a girl that is like horny out of her mind to the point she hasn't seen her husband in months. It's like
husband is coming home at some point at the end of this month or next month or whatever. Haven't seen this guy in like 9 months.
Wow, I haven't seen my husband in months. Okay, if you're married, you should see your husband within months. Okay? This whole I agree with that, by the way. If you're a troop, I mean, it's like go in. That's so fucking selfish, man. You're going to be a troop with a family. People are waiting at home for you while you're in Fallujah. Like, everybody's getting their fucking heads blown off. And you have to make a call every night like, oh, everything's fine, honey. Oh, it's all good. It's not like I'm in a war zone and we're shooting people and bullets are flying by me. Fuck that. If you're going to be a troop, you got to be single. Go in there ready to mingle. You know what I mean? You don't want to be in a I'm thinking about me lost back home. Fuck that. Go single. And then go back and fucking people are, you talk, women love hearing about men that kill people. They love that. So you go home, you go to the bar, start talking about all those times you needed to slice and shoot and stab and fucking do what you needed to do to get out of there alive, but you did a little bit more because it felt good and you kind of liked it. Women love hearing that type of stuff. So it's like, go do your thing, do your killing, do your chopping, do your shooting, do your slicing, and then go home. And then you get like a fresh troop wife who doesn't have to wait 9 months for you to get home or whatever. My husband in 9 months thing, it's like, you don't have a fucking husband, bitch. How the fuck is that a husband? I've never heard of a husband that I haven't seen in 9 months.
True. Who's going to tell him? That is how the military works. Like, no, I have not seen my husband face to face. It's not like a questionable state of affairs of like, what do you mean you haven't seen your husband? Are you actually married? Like, yes, I am. This is so fucking
Cope. Yeah, right.
Dude.
Diet goth mommy girl. She reminds me of people who, she reminds me of like, an industrious hippie woman that would go to music festivals and make raps out of stones. And listen how nice I am too. The things I'm saying are like, so like, why wouldn't you want me to describe you that way? Those.
I wonder if he knows I'm native.
Okay. So yeah, weird circumstance. Missing husband.
My husband's been missing.
And now Paige Christie's gonna join the call.
It's painful to watch. It's like a train wreck that you can't look the fuck away from. And I think that's great. How did that thing with like you and Selva, how did that get squashed?
It didn't.
Oh shit, I caused this. Oh no, I
Oh,
caught.
yeah, you caused this. Okay. Well, listen, if you're still in here, I mean, I think it's only fair to bring you on if you want to come on for a couple minutes. Maybe I might have misrepresented you in certain ways, might have said some things that are unfair. So I am happy to give you the opportunity to clear the air. I mean, if you want to come on here, say your 2 cents, hop in the Discord, post in the chat that you're in the Discord, and then I'll give you the opportunity. But I think it's only fair. I mean, I've been, being a fucking loudmouth, so, it is what it is. What do you guys think? We have all new furniture in here. Look at this. Set up some candles right here, so we got fire going on. We just went to Trader Joe's today. We got 12 days of scented candles, so we have a scented candle for the next 12 days in a row. I'm so excited for that. We got my bong back there. I mean, man, it is really feeling comfortable in this living room right here. I am liking it. If you guys can believe this, do you guys want to know how big my apartment is? I mean, I don't really have beef with you, dog. Okay, I mean, listen, I don't have beef with you either. Absolutely not. But I just figured it would be fair if you wanted to come on and clear the air or do anything. I don't know. I've been talking about you, so I'm just trying to be fair. I was just clowning, and that's what we're doing here too. And you know what, guys? Here's what I'll tell you. When all is said and done, we've been talking about Diet Goth Mommy for the last, we've done 2 little segments about her. And I got to say, she comes into my Discord, extremely friendly, takes it on the chin, makes her own video as a response. You know what Tim Dillon did to me? He copyright struck my channel. So, honest to God, you seem like you have a good sense of humor. You seem like a nice person, and we are happy to have you around. Thank you for sticking by and taking your beatings. Everybody, be very nice to Rump and Dump. I mean, they have, they braved the storm. So, big shout outs to them. That's huge. I like that. You could probably spit across the apartment and either hit your kitchen. Oh, yeah. So I was going to tell you guys how big my apartment is. I live in a 1-bedroom apartment. It is 400 square feet. This is a 400 square foot apartment. This is a tiny, tiny apartment. All the way in the north part of Manhattan. We live in fucking shoeboxes, man. Manhattan is such a fucking shithole. I hate this bullshit ass fucking city. Fuck New York, man. This place fucking sucks. I hate it. I like how I could leave my apartment at any point in time and get almost any item. That's kind of nice, but other than that, it's like, I don't know. This place it fucking sucks, man. Fucking sucks. Everybody's like, I don't know. I rode the train the other day. I saw a guy next to a Stop and Shop basket, and he was just jerking off right by the side of the train station. It was crazy. You have a home if Tippy hurts you. Yes, that's actually a good point. But we're not thirsting for no info here. Okay. All right. This is gonna be kind of a this is gonna be a little bit of a small story. I figured, okay, we'll do this small story. We'll do Tim Pool, and then we'll move into some of the other stuff that I wanted to do. But I think this is worth covering. So I did a little prank for, here's the thing. Sometimes I'll do things that I think might be bad, and I won't live stream them, but I will record them, and then I'll figure out if I'll sit on it for a while. Feel like if it feels bad releasing it, then I won't release it. There have been numerous tapes that I have not released, and may in the future. I've been trying to figure out, listen, not the one that you're thinking of if you're out there, okay? Not the one that you're thinking of, but there are other tapes. There are other tapes out there that still trying to figure out what to do with them. But one of them was a really fun prank that I collaborated on with my good friends Julian and Blue, who are 2 guys in my Discord that have been harassing me for a year. Good guys. I like them. We've come to sort of a truce, like an armistice. We haven't seen them in a while, but how do I describe them? Julian and Blue, they kind of operate in a way, sort of like Kiwi farmers, where they find guys that are, they find their own lolcows and they kind of like, make all these lists about them and all this stuff. But they have their own little private, they make their own guys, basically. So I love that. I think it's great. And in my Discord, I would feed them new guys to go after, like hashish. I would feed them hashish. And that way they wouldn't go after me. It was kind of like, what is that movie? Fuck. Oh, It Follows. It's like the movie It Follows, where you fuck somebody and then the shadow person starts following you, and if it catches you, then you keep going down the list. So I feel like with these guys, it's kind of like an It Follows scenario where I just try to pass the Julian and Blue poltergeist on to other people so they leave me alone. But they had been really harassing this one guy who has a horrible podcast network. Its name is Hotel Nerd. So they said, CJ, you should, or here, I'll try to do Blue's voice. CJ, you, oh, fuck, how do I do? I haven't talked to Blue in a little while. He's like, CJ, you should try to do a podcast with Hotel Nerd. So I'm like, okay, cool. So I booked them to do like a sham podcast. So I set up a whole podcast. I said that I'm going to do a Power Rangers podcast, and it's going to be every week. No, not Power Rangers, Transformers. So every week we're going to tell a new Transformers story. But the whole time I was just trying to trick them into a Discord call to be harassed by two guys that have been harassing this guy for like a year. And I didn't know if it was like the best tape to release because it's kind of like a really mean thing, I suppose. But I'm going to show you later on why I decided it's okay to be showing you guys all this shit. So let's see here. Hotel Nerd Gay Op. Okay, so again, the situation is I had been messaging this guy for, I want to say, 3 weeks to a month trying to discuss like what type of podcast I want to do for his network, like what it's going to be like, what the concept is. And I'd been in correspondence with this guy, leading him on for about 3 weeks about this whole podcast I'm going to do for his bullshit fucking shitty network. And so we agree on a day, and I'm like, Julian Blue, I got him. You guys got to wait in another channel, and then I'll pull you into the call. So we're gonna listen to some of that right now. Let me pull this over here. 1 second. Shit. I'm still trying to figure out how to use these two fucking monitors here. I'm so stupid. Like everything is full screen for some reason and it's not letting me do. Oh, there it is. Okay, perfect. Okay. Switch back to this small camera. All right, let's watch some of this. This is good. So we get them into the call. Your first time using audio in Discord? What do you mean? You've just used it for typing?
I always used StreamYard, and I just started using Streamlabs today.
Got it.
And what we'll do is I'll make it audio exclusive, being that we're doing it like this right now. And then if you ever want to bounce over to video, then we can get you up onto the YouTube. And if I can ever figure out Twitch, then maybe we can get you on.
So I guess what happened is Julian and Blue infiltrated into this guy's Discord community, and they ended up being mods of this guy's Discord server. And they just deleted his entire Discord server. And, like, this guy gave him all their passwords and shit like that. And, like, they really set this guy the fuck back.
Too.
Yeah. I love it. Okay, so now when do we actually get to the... Oh, here we go. Okay. So you got to see the moment when he realizes who he's in the call with. This is so fucking funny. We all get together once a week, Monday mornings, 9 a.m. We talk about transfer for a little bit. And I thought for the first episode, a fun thing that we could do is we could bring these two experts on, and they're going to quiz Hotel Nerd on his knowledge of Transformers. How does that sound to you, Hotel Nerd?
I mean, I'll give it a shot.
And it's like, in a million years, why would you want to listen to a podcast that is a like a Transformers fan pod? Like, why would you ever greenlight that? What is a Transformers expert? You know what I'm saying? Oh, I'm bringing 2 Transformers experts in. What? That's not a thing. I mean, it sounds like it could be a real thing. There's no Transformers experts.
Kind of one of my weak spots in fandom, but I'll give it a shot.
Okay. Well, we're bringing them in. Alrighty. So we have the 2 leading experts. And I really, when I can't even contain myself. I'm laughing so hard. Transformers. So I'm trying to hold it together because I still, I gotta make this guy think that I've been tricked by these people. Guys, thank you very much for joining me on Talking Nerdy's very first episode. Thank you very much for coming by.
No problem. I'm the Orange Power Ranger.
Hello, it is I, the Stop and Go Superstar.
Well, boys, thank you so much. Okay, so what you got to think about right here. So these 2 guys, they have very distinct voices. So right there, Hotel Nerd knows exactly who these people are, and immediately you're going to hear his mood drop down. You heard him before. He was very nice, very cordial. But you're going to hear his mood took a very dark turn. Okay, so, and he's trying to figure out if he can trust me or not. Like, have I been tricked? Like, what's happening? I said that you are going to be asking questions to Hotel Nerd about different Transformers topics. So please, we're going to do a rapid fire 1-minute section where you ask him questions about Transformers.
I'm glad I'm very prepared for this.
All right, I got one ready to go.
Okay, ready, set, go. What's Optimus Prime's favorite color?
Blue or red?
What's Megatron's freaking armpit hair size?
They're machines. They don't have.
Okay, so let's get to the point where he starts to tell me what's going on here. It's a brief summary of how you became experts in Transformers.
Well, I heard about Transformers on this podcast called The Ramen Report, and I had to go back and I had to watch every single Transformers series.
And said that they are experts. Oh, here we go.
Okay,
hold the phone here. Hotel Nerd, do you know these guys?
Yeah, I'm just ringing bells, and I'm starting to get not so great vibes.
What is that supposed to mean?
I don't Wait. So these 2 reached out to me and said that they are experts in Transformers, and that I should reach out to you to do a podcast. Is that not? This is such a fucking stupid scenario. This is. I mean, I can't believe this is what I do with my time. What is going on? I'm very confused.
Explain for the people at home.
Let's just say that they attempted to usurp my network back in January.
Wait, what the fuck? What does that mean? You guys tried to like cyber attack him?
I would not do that to Hotel Turd.
Yeah, that's not the case at all.
Why would he be saying that if it's not true?
Well, obviously he lied about being a fan of Transformers.
Yeah, he's not a Transformers guy.
Well, it sounds like you guys are. Sounds like you guys are lying about way worse stuff, to be honest. If like you're, I mean, okay, so let's skip ahead a little bit. Now you're mocking the show. I mean, come on,
Go.
And they like talked about ramen noodles.
Called him a buffoon for a reason. It's because he doesn't know what he's talking about. He doesn't know.
See, the thing about Julian and Blue, I like these guys because I like the behavior that they involve themselves in. I like this behavior. Here's what you got to understand about these 2 guys. So what they do, their whole thing is they just roam around Discord and they try to find the freakiest fucking weirdos that they can find on Discord, which, trust me, if you use Discord, you don't have to look that hard. So what they do is they try to find the freakiest weirdos that they can, and they make them cross-pollinate with all the other freaky weirdos. It's It's like it's like watching people do science experiments. So I enjoy that, but brass tacks at the end of the day, sometimes their content can be a little bit boring. They can be a little bit boring.
Taken for a ride by these two.
But I
What
like
does
the
that
concept.
mean? Taken for a ride.
You asked for a host, and I gave you one.
Yeah, and then when I told you to water down the content because you were causing strife amongst the community that I was building, you went pretty much psychotic.
Whoa.
An artist shall never go against his artistic beliefs.
Well, hold on. Here's one thing I did notice, because they were telling me they're like experts, blah, blah, blah. But then they were saying like all this like really racist stuff, like about like making jokes about Transformers, but it had like weird racial undertones. Does he ever, do they ever do that shit?
They claimed.
Yeah, so there's that right there. And I to be honest with you, I felt a little bit bad about it. I thought it was maybe not the nicest thing that I've ever done. And then I saw something that really fucking changed my mind about that. I saw something that really fucking changed my mind about feeling bad about all that shit. I will tell you that right the fuck now. This is going to gross you guys out. Look at what I found on the Hotel Nerds channel. This has more views than almost anything that he's ever done. This has 472 views. Okay. So we put that right there. And then I switch back to the camera. And then we're going to notice that he last night live streamed an entire funeral of a famous guy from Power Rangers. So remembering JDF. This is what I saw on his stream yesterday. Look at what this clout-chasing fucking weirdo was doing with his channel. This is like one of the most depraved things I've ever seen in my life. So I guess this scumbag died right here. Jason David Frank from Power Rangers. So this guy right here. Let's see how he died. It wasn't a joke to Jason David Frank. It wasn't just a t-shirt or the first Christian line of mixed martial arts apparel or just the cool, multicolored tattoo he bore prominently on his forearm. It was a statement of faith. We are weak, but he is strong. People are frail and fail and succumb to sin, but Christ bore all human weakness and conquered sin. Dying, he destroyed death. His love never fails. Jesus doesn't tap. To me, he is the true champion. He's the one champion, Frank told the Houston Chronicle in 2010. There's really only one true champion who's been through, like, enduring pain, and that's Jesus. Ooh. So this is the guy who we're sad died? Well, he has Jesus now. The fuck does he care about us? We're sad that he died. How did he die? Oh, he committed suicide. Yeah, that sounds like a real Christian right there. You know, that's a real Christian thing to do. Committing suicide. What is he, Canadian? Frank, who became famous for playing the Green Ranger and the White Ranger on the kids' TV show Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. This guy has been idled. He is like, oh my God, somebody like this has the autism mind control device. You know, think about all the young boys with autism that are obsessed with Power Rangers. This guy could do whatever he wanted with them. And still, that wasn't enough for him. He had to go and, you know, take the way out, I suppose. Became famous playing the Green Ranger, developed and taught his own form of martial arts called Toso Koni Do, and launched the Jesus Didn't Tap line of apparel. Okay, so maybe I'm a bad person. I don't care about somebody who has a clothing brand called Jesus Didn't Tap. Okay, if that person, like fucking Christ, man. I'm supposed to care about that guy too? He was 49. It has been widely reported that he died by suicide. Wow, that's great. Fans react to news of his death with anger, disbelief, empathy, bitterness, sarcasm, and sadness. And we have one of the fans. he responded in a different way. He responded with greed. So here is Hotel Nerd, and he decided that what he is going to do is he is going to restream the entire funeral so that he can collect donations. I'm going to show you later a screenshot of him instructing people on how to give him donations. But look at what this scumbag was restreaming yesterday. Look at this.
Let's talk about his love of music.
Oh my God, look at this ugly fuck.
So, some of you guys know his favorite artist.
Like, can you imagine? You come to my YouTube channel and this is the content right here. Like, are you serious?
Our favorite artists. Some of his other favorite bands were Korn, Outkast, System of a Down, Eminem, and Dr. Dre just sitting in the field.
Look at this. People are coming up. Some more speakers right here. I mean, look at these ladies. It's also funny because his clothing line is like about not tapping. It's like, what is it? Like Jesus didn't tap or whatever? It's like you tapped, okay? Well, I'm supposed to buy the clothing of a man who tapped. You tapped out. That's a tap. 07, that's a tap out. Yeah, so it's like, you know, Jesus didn't tap, but I did. Cool. Yeah, let me buy your shirt. Yeah, that's awesome, man. And yet here I'm gonna show you this fucking Hotel Nerd asshole. He was collecting donations off this shit. Here, so let me show you here. Let me try to find this. Oh, there it is. Here we go. So I'm gonna toss that right. Oop. What do I do with this bitch? Hold the fucking phone here. Technical difficulties. Hold on. Okay, that goes there. Then I bring this here. Yep, there we go. Okay. There it is. Finally. For those that want to donate to the channel and help it grow, you can do so here. The stream will begin at 1 p.m. Eastern, but please feel free to leave your thoughts in the comment or live chat, and it will be acknowledged and read. Okay, for those of you that want to donate and help keep my channel growing while I leech off of another man's funeral, while I try to monetize money off another man's funeral, why don't you just give me some money? This is a totally normal, sane thing to do. Totally normal. Oh, that's what I'm going to start doing on this channel, by the way. During the day, all my live streams are just going to be different people's funerals, where I find like they're doing like a live broadcast of a funeral. I'm just going to tap it in. That's just going to be the content around here during the day. And then it's going to be a chyron of whatever I'm doing during the day. Okay, at the bottom you have a CJ chyron, and then the rest of the content is like a funeral. So this channel, it's going to be like C-SPAN, but for random people you don't know's funeral. It's going to be like the movie fucking Fight Club, where he's going to all the different meetings all the time and shit. I just thought this was just such a fucking... This was like the scummiest fucking thing. What do you guys think about that? Am I crazy here? I think that's kind of gross. But you know what? I think it is about that time. We're going to talk about Tim Pool now. So for those of you guys who have been asking about Tim Pool... we're gonna get into the Tim Pool stuff right now. So, Tim Pool, he's been having a rough week. We've been covering Tim Pool for the last couple weeks. Tim had a leak from a person named Carlin Borisenko, who's a real crazy bitch. Love me some Carlin Borisenko. The knitting community got too woke, so she had to leave. And now she is a libertarian pundit. She really wants Dave Smith to be the president, which is great. I mean, that to me is like my favorite crossover. But Adam was tiptoeing on info. Carlin She smelled blood in the water, and she said it. Tim and his producer, Lydia, had an affair. And I covered it, so I saw Carlin talked about it. The video had 1.2 thousand views, so I threw it up on my channel. I was the second person to report on this story. Second person to report on this, okay? So remember that. Listen, this show, it's a lot of stupid shit, but also sometimes you get a little bit of breaking news. So that's kind of nice too. So, you know, we're covering that whole story. And then Adam makes a video and basically confirms everything we say, tells us that Lydia met Tim because she was in his DMs, like, you know, kind of getting, I guess she was like a nurse from some random part of the country. And she slid into, this is how Adam Kringler, this is what he says. He said that Lydia slid into his DMs. And apparently it's very well known in the cast castle that Tim and his producer Lydia had like a sexual relationship. So Adam finally, like I said, finally talked about it. The video has hundreds of thousands of views. And Tim actually fucking, he responded to it, which I was amazed by. I was amazed by the fact that Tim responded to this. And he responds in, this video is so good. You guys are going to love this fucking video, man. This is so fucking good. I'm excited to share this with you guys. All right, ready, everybody? Let's get into it. Small camera. Here it is. We've been covering this story. We've been covering this story since day one.
That's the main story, I guess. I don't understand how, after all this time, I end up at probably like the worst moment possible. These people are posting an address they think is mine. I don't live there. A picture of a house that is not the same address. Yeesh. Trending. Getting people, I'm being hit up by so many people. I'm getting strangers calling my phone, insulting me and threatening me, things like that. And at this worst possible moment,
Tim seems like the type
this
of guy
who, I get it, man.
Tim seems like the type of guy where people are just saying mean stuff to him while he's just kind of like walking on the street. Misinformation, what is going on? Yeah, this seems like the type of guy where, like, I don't know, he's like walking around Harlem, people are spitting on him and shit. I mean, yeah, people are texting you mean stuff, they're saying mean stuff. People are going to say mean stuff to you.
And things.
You're kind of like a dork. Kind of like a know-it-all dork who nobody really wants to be around. Yeah, obviously people are going to say mean shit about you. Grow up, hathead.
Bad, we both have our view of things. Would start talking about my girlfriend, my brother, bring in other family members.
Yes, bring in the family members. That's what we love around here, by the way. We love it when the family members get involved. Yes. Like Stardust's new boyfriend, who we love. I love Stardust's new boyfriend. I want to... oh, man. We got to get him in the Salvo News team.
He lies about my relationships. Or maybe he's just wrong. And for some reason decided it was appropriate to say things about my family that aren't true.
My family.
They're true
I
or
love
not.
that. My family.
They're not true.
Oh my God, guys. That is just, oh my God. Cowbell, that is the wisest. Oh my God, I love that. Look at what Cowbell says. Let me pull this shit up. Look at this. Tim Pool is the Lin-Manuel Miranda of YouTube. Oh my God, that is so fucking true. I love that. Tim Pool is the fucking Lin-Manuel Miranda. Because if you know Lin-Manuel Miranda, he always like over talks everything. Every idea is like over analyzed. Everything is like over polished, overdone, over explained. That's exactly the same style of Timcast. Lin-Manuel and Tim, I think they would get along. And I think Tim, we're going to talk about this later. I think Tim is going to get a lot more love from the left after he handled the whole Kanye West thing from yesterday. But yeah, very, very insightful there, Cowbell. I like that a lot.
And I don't even want to talk about what those things are, but he of course did. And it's like, this is not the core. You know, it's funny because I tweeted, when you get successful, you figure out who, you know, your true friends are and who's evil. And that had nothing to do with Adam. It has something to do with something else that's completely public and obvious. So many people probably, well, it has to do with a lot of things. Nothing specific, to be completely honest. Because I don't want anyone to get the wrong impression about what they think it might be about. It's just a general.
Here, okay. How do I explain this? I feel like there's a new way that I've been looking at Tim. There's a new way I've been looking at him. And I think there's something, there is like a childlikeness about Tim. I think there is like a little kid in there somewhere. There's a little kid, and you're gonna see this. This is a sad video. He cries during this, by the way, guys. So we're gonna see Tim Pool cry today, which is really fun.
About how people that I knew since I was a kid, you know, from back in Chicago.
See, I picture Tim is going through all this stuff. Everybody's being mean to him. You know, there's all these controversies. And I think Tim, he goes to the chicken coop and he starts just telling all his problems to the chickens. I think it's really nice. I loved, again, there's a reason why I showed this to you guys a couple weeks ago. Tim hanging out with his coop of chickens in the Chicken City, that was like the most humanized that I've ever seen Tim Pool. There was something so nice about watching Tim and his chickens. So I could picture after Adam makes this video, after Kanye, all this stuff, Tim just sits next to the chickens and he feeds them all their little food out of his hand. Oh God, I can fucking picture it.
All of a sudden are just saying, like, there's a dude I've known for so long. He lived with this guy, skated with this guy. Crazy how he just one day, out of nowhere, without giving me a phone call, starts making up lies about me. And I was like, I don't understand. Why would you do that? Like, I never said anything bad about you. The last thing I ever said to you was like, later, homie. See you on the flip side.
Dude, this is so sad because Tim is like, he's a lonely guy. I mean, Tim, at the end of the day, he does have this like incel kind of energy about him. And I mean that in a good way. But this is sad. He must not have that many people in his life. You know, all the people that he grew up with and used to skate with in Chicago, they all think he's a Proud Boy now. Or I don't know what they think of him. You know, what the fuck is like a skater, idiot, stoner guy? Like, what are they going to think about Tim Pool, you know? I mean, they're going to think this guy's like fucking alt-right or something. They're not going to want to hang out with him. So they're going to be like, fuck this guy. I'm going to sell his secrets. So now he has all these people in his life that are like turning on him and telling secrets to people. I mean, it's got to be exhausting.
Last time we skated together. It's funny, there's that saying about how, like, one day you'll pick up your child for the last time and you won't realize it. That's a sad saying, man.
Oh, my God.
And I just don't understand. You know, there was one day where me and my buddy skated for the last time and we didn't know it.
Look at that like button pops up. Tim Pool's about to cry. Don't forget to smash that like button.
You know, there was one day where me and my buddy skated for the last time, and we didn't know it.
Wow.
And that's so brutal. This is not Adam, by the way. But for this guy to then, you know, try and just destroy my life, this other guy. It's so hard. You know what I mean?
This is also, this is like a narcissistic type of sad, because the only time I've seen Tim sad is right now, and Tim is sad that people are doing bad stuff to him. So the thing that makes him sad is the fact that people are being unfair to him. People who are not narcissists, they'll get sad about other types of stuff as well. He is like, this person who I thought was friends with, he actually is not friends with me and he tried to hurt me. Oh, whatever, grow up.
To deal with this so many times, over and over again.
Just get a Kevlar, get a carbon fiber beanie, so if people try to shoot you, your brain's protected.
There was a guy. So fucking hard to talk about this. This is my Tim Pool Cries on YouTube video. Every YouTuber has to do it. There was a guy that I worked with and lived with.
Yes, Tim. Cry. Cry for us, Tim. Cry, please. Your tears fuel us, Tim Pool.
Another guy. And then one day, started publishing my text messages with him.
Yes. Yes. Dox him. Dox his ass. Fuck him.
And I was just like, bro, why? What did I do to you? Any of you? Nothing.
What did I do? That's a Lin-Manuel Miranda moment right there, cowbell. Look at that.
What did I do to you? Any of you? Nothing.
Oh, wait, I'm gonna try that. Cause that's like I took acting classes when I was in high school. This is the type of shit you'd see in like high school acting class. Ready?
What did I do to you? Any of you? Nothing.
What did I do to you? What did I do to any of you? Nothing.
What was the last thing I ever said about Adam? We want to open a coffee house and sell his coffee, use his coffee brand. I wish him the best. And then he wants to come out and start spreading lies about my...
See, this guy, he's the type of guy where, like, he thinks he could just pay all his problems away. You know what I mean? He could just fucking, like, oh, I just throw money at the problem. He doesn't understand that Adam has grievances beyond, like, you're financially helping him. That's the only way this guy knows how to help out.
What was the last thing I ever said about Adam? We want to open a coffee house and sell his coffee, use his coffee brand. I wish him the best. And then he wants to come out and start spreading lies about my family and my relationships. Like, what did I do?
What did I do? Lin-Manuel Miranda Pool. Shakespearean. Well, he does. Like, sometimes you're watching a Tim Pool video and it's like he's giving you this like Shakespearean speech about truth and evil. It's like, yo, chill the fuck out. You're talking about AOC, bro. Like, fuck off.
But this is the hard reality. I wanted to take stock of my life. And it was a long time coming because it's not all about Adam.
I bet you got a lot of people today. I got to point this out. I bet you got a lot of people today that are covering Tim Pool. I bet you don't see a lot of people covering this clip.
Plays a big role because he did a big live stream last night. I was hanging out with my friend and working over there's a lot of work that happens. Making phone calls, trying to set up, an amazing show that I hope happens. And I don't, peddle in the drama stuff. But it got me thinking about
what is it? Everybody acts like they're too good for drama. Oh, I do politics. I'm too good. I'm too good for drama. Oh, you're trying to manipulate people into voting? That's better than talking about drama? Yeah? Really? Oh, you're trying to pretend that you're on this political team so people give you money so they think that they're funding their team? Yeah, that's somehow less toxic than drama? T-spill? That's better? These guys have their whole priority systems out of whack.
The threats that I receive for the work that I do, the doxing of my house, the constant barrage that you get from betrayers and mutineers, and then possibly
my God. Do you guys remember when somebody showed up to Tim Pool's house?
Like the hardest times for my family with the death threats we're getting, Adam decides to do that stream, and it was just like I bust out laughing in the casino. I get a text message like, bro's on a 6-hour... at that time, it wasn't 6 hours, but they were like, bro's doing this like several-hour stream talking about your personal life and your family and your relationships, making accusations about you. This dude that I haven't talked to who has like never aired his personal business and kept it between us and tried to support him and help him and just make sure that everything was good. And when he had to leave, paid his way to leave because I was always there for him and I wanted him to succeed. But he thinks it's appropriate to talk about your girlfriend and your family and spread things that aren't true because it makes him feel better.
Oh.
And I thought to myself,
so you're going to notice a little bit of a change in tone too. I love this tone change. So you'll notice when he spoke about the first friend, it's coming from like a very loving kind of angle, you know, where he's talking about like, oh, he told all my secrets and I thought we were so close. Listen to how he's talking about Adam. Tim Pool thinks Adam is a worm. He thinks he's lower than dirt. And you could really see that in the way that Tim is talking about him.
Things that aren't true, because it makes him feel better. And I thought to myself,
give me 1 sec.
For all the people who keep doing this, what did I ever do to you? Now, some people have said, clearly, Tim, it's your fault. You know, if all these people around you keep doing it, then perhaps if you smell crap everywhere, check your boot. I know. They're right. I should check my boot. I should absolutely check my boot.
See,
I learned a very important lesson.
Did I not just make a boot reference? Look, he's got boot on the mind too. Tim is thinking the same thing that I'm thinking, which is Adam is a worm. He is under my boot, and I just need to squash on him to make him go away. That's how Tim thinks of this old
Crap
friend of
everywhere,
his.
check your boot. I know. They're right. I should check my boot. I should absolutely check my boot. And I learned a very important lesson. My girlfriend Allison.
That was kind of like Joker-like right there too. Look at this.
I know. They're right. I should check my boot. I should.
Oh, right here.
I know. They're right. I should check my boot. I should absolutely check my boot.
I should actually check my boot.
And I learned a very important lesson.
Is that not like like Joaquin Phoenix? This is like the Joker.
My girlfriend Allison is amazing, if you're listening. And she runs the administrative side of the company, which, you know, wouldn't be possible without her. And every day we learn a new lesson about why the corporate world exists the way it does. Because you don't know.
Oh, and I think the best part of this too, I'm almost positive he doesn't even fully deny the relationship with Lydia. He just gets like caught up in the fact that Adam brought up his brother or some other bullshit that nobody cares about. We want to know about Lydia's cheeks and whether or not Tim was clapping on those. That's what we want to know.
True
about.
friends are. And there is no, I mean, they say don't mix, you know, friendship and business, things like that. It's true. Because like even my friends from back home in Chicago, some of my best friends who thought it was appropriate after decades of knowing each other to come out and make up lies about me because it gives them something. You realize that some people are just evil and they never were your friends. And then I have friends who are like lefty right now even. And the left says, that's not true, Tim's lying. It's like, literally true. And there's one of my best friends who are...
We believe it, dude. That's the whole accusation about you. The whole thing is that you're a fucking grifting piece of shit that doesn't believe in any of the bullshit that you say. So obviously we think that you have lefty friends.
A commune or something. It's like, Adam added to it. I think if you guys like his content, you should watch it. I think my advice to Adam is to stop.
I love this fucking, I have to pretend to be the bigger man. Tim's playing this game where he's like, he has to seem like the bigger man. Oh man, just be the little man that you are, Tim. I hate this fucking Napoleonic, like I'm going to play both sides of everything. Tim Pool. It's so boring.
Talking about me. I've asked him to come on the show as a guest before. He doesn't want to do it. I think my advice to Adam is to focus on the news and the stories and the culture and make your show what it should be, something bigger, and make a lot of money for yourself with your company. And that was always the case. You know, that's my advice. But this is also about some other stuff too. It's just that, you know, over the past year, it's really, really piled on. And I think it's because, as I mentioned, this was the biggest month we've ever had on Timcast IRL.
Oh, okay. So I'm going to explain to you what's happening right here. So I guess here's the type of stuff that gets under Tim's skin. Tim wants to feel like he is responsible for all his own success. So Timcast, that's a Tim Pool thing. If you try to take credit for Tim Pool's shit, then he is not gonna vibe with that at all. So Adam, I guess, said something, insinuated that the show was really popular at the time that Adam was on the show. So now Tim Pool is gonna maniacally. Okay, this is a let me put it to you this way. So Steve Jobs asked his daughter to get the I don't even know if this is a real story. I saw Louis Rossman said this one time where Steve Jobs told his daughter to get the dishwasher replaced. So instead, what she did to impress her dad is she found what part was broken. She got the repair guy to explain to her how it works. She bought the piece herself and she repaired it herself. And as a surprise, she goes to her father, Steve Jobs, and she goes, "Steve, Dad, look at what I did. I learned how to repair the dishwasher myself." And so what Steve does is he, the next day, has the entire dishwasher taken out so none of her work remains because he doesn't want her feeling like she has any credit for anything going on in the house. And that's exactly what Tim Pool is doing right here. He's like, this Adam guy is going to say that he had fucking shit to do, all to do with the success of my show. This scumbag thinks he's going to tell people that. That's the type of stuff that got under his craw. He doesn't care about the family stuff. He doesn't care about any of that. It's people trying to discredit him and take his success away from him. You can't discredit my success.
There are people who are claiming like Timcast used to be so much bigger, back when Adam was on. And that's not true. It literally isn't true. Certainly we got a lot of concurrent viewers. That may be largely due to COVID. A lot of it, I do believe, was due to the dynamic that we had, which was good. The biggest shows we ever had were after Adam left.
I like that idea. That what's her name? Manaya Jayapol, the Twitter lady. That is funny. Thinking that's Stardust mom. That's hilarious.
Several of them. The show became something different, became something more. And the biggest month we ever had, by all means, go on Social Blade and check, was this past month.
See what he's doing right here? Do you see how fucking twisted in the head this guy is? So he can't even say that Adam was good on the show. That's what he's saying right here. In a very roundabout way, what Tim Pool is saying is that Adam was not a good co-host and the show is better now. That's what he's doing right now in a really political, evil kind of way, which I love.
And that's just what we're going to keep doing. Grow the company, expand. The advice I got from everybody, traditional corporate advice. Say nothing, Tim. Say nothing.
Oh, I love it when people say that too. They're like, everybody in my life said I shouldn't say anything about this, but I said, fuck off. I'm going to do it anyway. Whatever.
To debase yourself with drama. And I said, that is the correct thing to do. But I'm a stupid person. And I like transparency and authenticity. And I like when there is an issue, talking about it. So that's why I decided to do it on this channel. Because this channel is like a secondary channel for me. I know a lot of you watch it and I appreciate it. I mean, if you're watching it, you probably subscribe.
By the way, it's so funny and it's so telling of Tim. So Tim, one of the more telling things that Adam said is that Tim Pool is obsessed with the algorithm. All he thinks about all day is how to manipulate the YouTube algorithm. That's the whole game that he plays, is the YouTube algorithm game. And it's so funny because he must have crunched the numbers, and the word Timcast has a big SEO prominence. So all his fucking channels are called like Timcast IRL, Timcast, Tim Pool. It's like you can't even, it's so confusing. It's like, just have one channel, asshole. You need it all. You need the Timcast IRL. It's like, how the fuck is this IRL? I think Timcast IRL, because listen, I'm actually an old Tim Pool viewer. I've been watching Tim Pool since 2018. I've been around for a while. So I know this guy fucking, I know this guy like the back of my hand, man. Yeah, I just don't get it. I lost my train of thought. What was I even fucking saying? Remind me, Tim. What was I saying? Explain to me what type of guy you are, Tim.
I don't want to put on the Tim Pool channel because this channel was always designed as kind of like
Oh, yeah, that's what I was saying. So, yeah, Timcast IRL. Yeah, that's what I was saying. So, I've been around for a while. I've been watching Tim Pool for fucking, I don't know, like 5 years, 6 years. I've been keeping tabs on this guy. And it's like Timcast IRL was originally supposed to be like a vlog channel, I'm pretty sure, where he was going to do vlogs. Because at a certain point, he goes, politics is good, but we want to create culture. And if we create culture, then we can influence people into politics. So we're going to make skate videos, and we're going to make comedy sketches, and we're going to do general culture stuff. So he started Timcast IRL, and then started his, his alt-right podcast on that network with Adam Kringler, the abortion guy. Great. I mean, it is a good podcast. I mean, every once in a while, Timcast IRL has some of the best moments. And like, look right here, Tim, he cries for us. Like, what a generous guy.
And so here we are. And Timcast IRL will never do drama. Passively, like when I say like, oh, the Young Turks were talking about me, and I'll mention it, but we won't dedicate segments to people talking about me.
Why?
Because
I don't understand. It's like, I hate people who think they're better than drama. It's like, you're not like, okay, Tim, when you make a video about the Will Smith slap, that's you doing a drama video. Okay. When you like, what's another version of a drama video that he'll do? Like, like doing a commentary video about Alex Stein meeting AOC. That's drama. You're a drama channel, except the drama that you cover is politics drama. It's the same fucking shit. I hate when these people act like they're better than us for liking drama. Like, what? Everybody likes drama. Anybody that says otherwise is an idiot. I mean, have you watched a movie? Do you know what a movie is? A movie is drama. Okay? And it's like, drama with YouTubers is like a movie, but in real life. Who wouldn't want to watch that? Especially if you can imagine you're watching drama, you're watching a movie, and all of a sudden you start sending messages, and then the movie starts changing in front of your eyes. That's what the Salvo News team is. That's what drama is. What's the big deal? I mean, everybody likes that shit. So it's not like you're better than us for not covering it. You're just covering a different version of it, asshole.
The show should be for you and about the things that concern you. And then this channel is kind of just like, oh, it's a channel I have. And, I appreciate it. So it's tough out there, man. The reason I wanted to do a segment like this is because it's impossible to ignore everything all the time when this is the world we live in. It's impossible to ignore the people who, on a dime, decided to hate you. People you've known your whole life. And you don't know why. They just hate you.
Does that not cut to your bone too? Ooh, I love that part. Here, let's listen to that part again. Ready, boys?
When this is the world we live in. It's impossible to ignore the people who, on a dime, decided to hate you. People you've known your whole life. And you don't know why. They just hate you.
God, there's so many good sound bites out of this. One more time.
When this is the world we live in. It's impossible to ignore the people who, on a dime, decided to hate you. People you've known your whole life. And you don't know why. They just hate you.
Wait. On a dime, they just decided to hate you. And you don't know why. They just hate you.
And then you have to deal with it. And, I can tell my family and my true friends, my real friends.
So Shakespearean.
1,000,001 times. Ignore the threats. Ignore the drama. Don't read the comments. It's only going to get worse. The company is growing. We're hiring more people. We're launching new shows. This is the way it's going to be. If you can't handle that, then I don't know what to say. There are very few people in this world, maybe one or two, where if they said it's either me or the show, then I would say, so be it. and I would shut everything down and I would leave. And I would go live in my van down by the river in my privacy. Some of the most common advice I've ever gotten in my life in doing business, standing atop the roof, standing atop a roof in Chicago at a party with a bunch of
that's the thing. Like, people, they don't say sitting atop. That's like a Shakespearean way of topping. As I was sitting atop the van down by the river, as I was cautiously and optimistically, what is this? What is this speech? You know, I've seen the people in your audience. They're all like ex-military, and they're all like on disability and shit. You know, you don't have to talk like. Is talking like a Shakespearean actor, like, does that work for ex-military people? I don't know. Rum, you still in here? Does that work for your husband? Does he like Tim Pool?
Years ago, when I was a young skateboarder. And these men were all very wealthy. And they said, the biggest mistake you will ever make is making yourself public. Take the money and run.
Take the money
Power likes to
and run.
You won't regret it. In various forms. Fame is the worst thing you could ask for.
Pretty much after, like, every third thing Tim says, I just want to stand up and give him like a full round of applause. I swear to God.
Cool. When I go to a casino and some dude recognizes me and fans me over and I meet a friend and we gamble and I have a tremendous night where I get a straight flush and we're winning and like all the troubles wash away of all the threats while the whole world is saying they want to kill me. I'm laughing my ass off, high-fiving some dude, nailing the Jack Queen King of Diamonds. And it was like $1,400 or whatever. I tossed a black chip to the dealer and to all the players.
Oh my God. You're going to the casino. You're Tim Pool and you're playing with $1,400. You're winning a $1,400 pot as Tim Pool. You're playing, what are you playing? You're playing 1-2? $300 buy-in max? That's like, why are you not, as Tim Pool, spending your money, man? You should be playing one of those 50-100 cash games. Come on, play some high-stakes shit.
You know, to make money, I'm there to have a good time and to create a memory for everybody. The money you lose is just the cost of smiling and laughing with the people around you.
And it's like, okay, if you make a straight flush in a casino and you only make $1,400, you should probably go find the nearest cliff and jump off it. That's not a lot of money. That's awful.
You know, that's a great thing, and that's the advantage of notoriety. Is that
no? I think black chips are $100 usually.
There are people who
usually the red chips are $5.
You who believe in you, who protect you, and who cheer you on the whole time. But for every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction, and that is for every good person who smiles and waves, there is someone who brandishes a weapon or, makes a threat. And you have to move, get away from these cities for a variety of reasons. Not really just the threats. I don't like the laws in New Jersey. COVID was bad.
Imagine how mean his like Latino neighbors are to him. All the threats, imagine Tim walking around New York City just getting threatened by Puerto Ricans all day. That's what he does. I don't get threatened at all I live in New York City. I don't get threatened by fucking nobody. I don't know what this whole threat thing he's talking about.
Bring a building, the building fell through. There's a lot of complicated stuff. But, mo money, mo problems is true. The reality is this. It's not really mo money, mo problems. It is, in a sense, like with taxes and stuff and like paperwork and accounting.
How's he going to finish this one?
But the reality is the more people know you have money, the more problems you'll face. Ooh. Dave Chappelle talked about it when they announced that $50 million contract or whatever. He said he felt like a marked pig on a train. He couldn't go out. All of a sudden, they're telling him.
He resents everybody in his life now because Tim is the richest person that he knows. So everybody all day long, they're asking Tim for money, and he resents everybody in his life. His mom, everyone. They all ask him for money. And it makes him fucking sick to his stomach. He hates how he has to take on this caregiver role. He fucking hates it.
And on the TV that he was worth all this money that, he didn't have it. So he just said, I'm out. I don't want to do this. He wasn't a culture warrior, though. He's just like a truth teller, comedian kind of guy. I love that line. He says, the Second Amendment's just there in case the first one doesn't work out. He's a good dude. And he was right. But he could choose to walk away from that. I could. And don't think I haven't thought about it. It's hard. You make a certain amount of money and you know that you never have to want
And
for
it's like, okay, so think about this too. So a good friend of his makes this video about how he had an affair with this producer. That was like the big thing that was said. We are 15 minutes into this video. He has not mentioned it once, and he never does. He says, I won't even dignify some of this stuff with a response. It's like, okay, well, you know what? Your silence really speaks volumes. Because I think Tim is one of those people where he's like, I can't tell like an actual lie on camera, but if I don't say anything, then it's not a real lie.
Why trouble yourself with death threats every single day? Why trouble yourself with people trying to find your address?
Dude.
So the reality is you could be super rich as long as nobody knows who you are. None of your friends and none of your family members know you have money. Golden.
Wow. That is real. I mean, haunting. What a haunting way to end that video. So yeah, that was that, guys. So that was the first part of Tim Dillon's, I'm sorry, Tim Pool. We have so many Tims. So many Tims. We're coming for you, CJ. Uh-oh. Lie by omission. So that's how Tim Pool started his week. You know, that's how Tim starts his week. And then, God, I mean, today I feel like I'm in a false reality. It's so crazy that this is real life. Because yesterday we had, I mean, I'm sure all of you guys know, but Kanye West is now friends with Nick Fuentes, which is like the most insane. I can't even put into words how hearing that makes me feel. It makes me feel strange. It is so odd. But now Kanye West, his best friends are Milo Yiannopoulos and Nick Fuentes. Those are his two best friends. This is the downsize of a generation. I mean, listen, I love what Kanye is doing. I think what Kanye is doing is fucking great. I love how he's threatening Pete Davidson's life. I think that's great. I like how he's talking about how Kim Kardashian has diarrhea, and he doesn't know anybody that has diarrhea as much as her. He's going on this he's like a black Hebrew Israelite, which is awesome. We have those in my neighborhood. I live in Upper Manhattan. We have tons of black Hebrew Israelites. You'll see them. I mean, dude, these guys are really something special. But Kanye is now like a black Hebrew Israelite guy. So now he's friends with Nick Fuentes and fucking Milo Yiannopoulos. And he's running for president. But as it turns out, I guess Milo set it up where they went on Timcast last night. And it backfired so hard. This is so good. Oh my God. I am so excited to watch this with you guys. This is so fucking funny. You know what it's like? Okay. When I see Kanye West hanging out with Nick Fuentes and Milo Yiannopoulos, that's kind of like how, Louis C.K., he got Me Too'd. And he used to be friends with like Chris Rock and Jerry Seinfeld. And now he's friends with like Joe List and Shane Gillis. So he had to take this massive fucking... It's like going from like a $25,000 a month apartment to like a $2,000 a month apartment. You know what I mean? It's going to take some getting used to. So that's what Louis did. And I think that's kind of what's happening with Kanye. I mean, dude, Kanye is the biggest guy in the world. And now his best friend is Catboy fucking Nick Fuentes, who like fucking blacklights the couch of his friend to see if there's cum stains on the couch, who hangs out with Catboy Cammy. Nick Fuentes is, oh my God, it's so insane that this is our reality. This is real. And it's only about 10 minutes, so we're just going to go through and watch this.
Several Republican senators. And for whatever reason, this story, for many reasons I suppose people have made, this story has persisted till today. And we are able to actually sit down with several of the individuals involved in that story, notably Ye, Nick Fuentes, and Malinopolis, of course, who made the dinner happen. It's my understanding, or at least got the.
I had the dinner invite before I met Milo.
Okay, my bad. There you go. So we're gonna jump right into this news story.
Okay, already blacking it up for Ye. One of my favorite things that the whites do is they start blacking it up when there's black people around. You know, there's what is it called? Code switching. When you see this a lot. Oh my God. See, the last couple of years I was doing stand up. I was only really doing all the black rooms in like Harlem because it's just kind of by where I live. And oh my God, you'd see these fucking nerd Brooklyn losers who, you know, they love Doctor Who and they were in theater school or whatever. As soon as they get on that stage trying to entertain a group of black people, they're all like, "Hey, yo, what's going on there, boys? So, yo, what's good? Yo, you guys use Tinder?" It's like, whoa, this is not what you sound like. I hate somebody who starts blacking it up. It's crazy. It's like, have a sense of consistency. Like, have a sense of what your voice sounds like, where regardless of who you're talking to, your voice remains the same. If you're so influenced by the people around you that your whole voice changes in a very short period of time, that means you're a weak-willed piece of shit. That's what that means. But yeah, we're seeing he's already blacking it up. Wow.
Okay to do it.
Absolutely. So we're gonna start with.
And we're gonna see too my other favorite fucking loser, Luke Rendowski. Oh God, I hate this fucking Luke Rendowski guy. He's such a fucking dork.
There's a lot we want to talk about, and you know what, man? This is
I mean, listen, if you're doing it on purpose, that's a different story. If you accidentally start talking in like an Ebonics tone because other people around you are speaking Ebonics, that's weak-minded shit. But if you start doing it to like see how much you could get away with, that's kind of cool. I mean, that's kind of fun.
Very big story. A lot of people have questions about, you know, what were Trump's intentions, why were certain people invited, and Trump, of course, has issued statements. So a lot of people want to know where he stands, and more importantly, what happened there and why. And there's also the questions about what Ye 24 means, and I'll keep that a little bit vague so that they can answer to that and speak more to that. And then, of course, we're going to get into a lot of different issues. However, head over to timcast.com and become a member. We're going to have a members-only uncensored show, which will probably get...
right. I mean, you could kind of... I recommend you guys listen to this with headphones, because a lot of these shows with multiple microphones, you'll hear a lot of weird stuff in the background. As Tim is giving this opening prelogue speech, Kanye's kind of like, oh, shit, like, this guy fucking sucks. You can kind of... I don't know if I'm hearing that for sure, but it kind of sounds like I can hear Kanye kind of like grumbling, like, what the fuck? This is like Lex Friedman all over again. God damn it. What am I doing here? That's the kind of vibe I'm getting here.
Speak more to that. And then, of course, we're going to get into a lot of different issues. However, head over to timcast.com and become a member. We're going to have a members-only uncensored show, which will probably get a bit more in-depth on a lot of other issues. That I'll just leave it at that. Timcast.com, become a member, support our work, and we'll talk about more there. Smash the like button, subscribe to this channel, share the show with your friends. Joining us...
Yeah, become a member. You could listen to the podcast where we finally tell you what we think about the Jews.
Mentioned is we have Ye himself. Would you like to introduce yourself, good sir?
Yeah, this guy does not look like he's happy to be here. He's on some fucking bumblefuck farm. There's a bunch of fucking chickens in the back. Everybody's a dork. Tim refuses to take his hat off. It's freaking Kanye out. He's like, shit, if you don't take your hat off, I'm going to keep my jacket on. That's what Kanye said. So he's just not, I mean, look at him, man. He is not happy to be here. Kanye has had a very distant look in his eyes the last couple days. You'll see a photo of him on a private airplane with Nick and Milo, and he looks miserable. I've been seeing people memeing him left and right.
You did it. There you go. I think everybody knows who you are.
Ooh, look at that. Look, watch that again.
to this channel. Share the show with your friends. Joining us, as I mentioned, is we have Ye himself. Would you like to introduce yourself, good sir?
You did it.
There you go. I think everybody knows who you are. And which you gentlemen
You did it.
like to introduce yourself?
Nicholas, please.
Hi. Yeah, I'm.
Oh my god! And then it's like, man, does this not make you feel like you fell into some alternate timeline bullshit? This is so weird to me.
Nick Fuentes, first time here on the Timcast. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. What do you do?
Oh, I'm a live streamer. I do a show called America First on cozy.tv.
All right. And of course, Milo, you were here a couple weeks ago.
Yes, I'm your best ever guest.
Yeah, I have like a, like an incel podcast where people, it's
so,
like, how are you supposed to sum up what Nick Fuentes is, It's like, it's a lot of backstory here with the Groypers and all that. It's kind of funny, like, describing him as like a live streamer. Oh yeah, Nick Fuentes, the live streamer. He's just like Ninja or Shroud. It's the same thing. It's a live streamer.
That the episode with you was one of the best podcasts ever.
The January 6th live streamer. That's what he is.
Hearing you speak.
I think that's accurate.
Okay.
Yeah. Well,
thanks for coming back.
And look at Milo, man. I miss this guy. I miss Milo. I miss seeing him around. I don't know why he's wearing glasses, but I want to show you guys something. I've not seen anybody talking about this. Look at what Milo has right next to him. Okay? So right next to Milo, you can see it right there. So there's rosary beads, okay, which I'm sure Milo sticks up his ass every night. And then right next to it is a Louis Vuitton bag that he keeps his rosary beads in. And that's what's right next to him on the table.
So I'm your best ever guest.
So we've been told that the episode with you was one of the best podcasts ever. People really enjoyed hearing you speak.
I think that's accurate.
Okay.
Yeah. Well,
thanks for coming back.
Thanks. I was wondering how I was going to make it even more extraordinary the second time I visited, but I think I might have pulled it off.
Luke's here.
Total sausage fest tonight.
Oh my God. It's like, dude, you are such a buzzkill. This dude is the biggest buzzkill in the world with this fucking little fruity ass Epstein didn't kill himself sweater. I fucking hate. This is the type of guy that like you bum a cigarette off and you have to talk to him for like 45 fucking minutes about some bullshit.
I think I might have pulled it off.
Luke's here.
Total sausage fest tonight.
Total sausage fest in here tonight, guys.
My name is Zugardowski of wearechange.org. Today I'm wearing my Didn't Epstein himself t-shirt, which you could get on thebestpoliticalshirts.com.
Epstein. Oh, Tim Dillon, Epstein. Oh. Enough with the fucking yes, Epstein. Yes. Okay. Fine. Epstein. Yes, he didn't kill himself. Enough. Tiger King. Epstein. Oh, Jake Paul. Oh. Fucking get over it. There's new shit. There's new fucking Balenciaga. Balenciaga didn't Balenciaga himself. Keep it up to date at least.
Word a little bit more, just like, this YouTube channel.
That fucking t-shirt right there is gonna, one time in the wash, all those letters, it's gonna say like peen, did, tine, self. That's what it's gonna say, because all the letters are just, it's so cheap. All the fucking shit is just gonna rub off.
And Epstein itself. And if this YouTube channel is Epstein, we will be streaming on Twitter. So yeah, I started a t-shirt company after.
Oh my God. Luke Randowski was in, he was in Loose Change? No way.
YouTube demonetized me, so thebestpoliticalshirts.com, because you guys buy it. That's why I'm here. Thank you so much for having me.
And of course, Serge.
And I am.
Ew, what is up with this guy? What is up with the... Dude, wait till you guys see this fucking, this Coraline looking girl that they find later on. Full-blown Coraline ass bitch.
.com. Pleasure, guys.
All right. And I'll just pull up this story from The Hill, which is from earlier today at 5 p.m. Pence says Trump should apologize. It's wrong to give anti-Semite a seat at the table. This, of course, is related to a dinner that happened, and I was wrong a little on the details. So a dinner happened. Nick, you were there. Ye, you were there. I just want to start off by How did this dinner come to happen, and what happened?
Yeah, just make it, an open-ended question, make it feel like an interrogation, make everybody feel very uncomfortable, ask a question that Kanye would answer if he gave him like 10 minutes to warm him up a little bit. You could look at, dude, Tim, you can't see this guy wants to walk off the second he started. Like, why not just talk to him for a little while? You have to go right into like one of the hardest questions. Got to go right into it. Give him a little bit of room to fucking, like, where have you never seen like a Louis Theroux documentary? Have you never seen what Louis Theroux can do? Could you not channel some of that type of energy? Did you not see what happened when Louis Theroux, sorry, I got yelled at by British people because I said Theroux, which apparently that's the French way to say it. It's Theroux. Yeah, so, you didn't see the way Louis Theroux handled them when he did his documentary about America First? He made them look so fucking stupid. And Tim just has to be this little... so where were you on the night of the February 5th? It's like, whoa, am I under arrest right now, Tim?
I was talking to Trump for about a month. We had scheduled the dinner in October, and then he announced for president. He pushed the dinner back to November. And I've been pulling together a campaign. And after I put up the DEF CON tweet, a bunch of people
3?
that have been canceled, like Alex Jones, I started getting in contact with other people.
Do we believe that Kanye's been talking to Josh Danny? Do we believe that? I want it to be true so bad. I want that to be true so bad. Can you imagine Kanye West on what is Josh's the Jankum podcast? Is that what it's called? Oh, that would be a dream. Amazing.
That we're now on the inside of the matrix. And Alex Jones, producer, said that Milo wanted to contact me. And here we are.
So that's how you guys got in contact?
Yeah, originally. And then I suggested that we bring in Nicholas as a enormous extra brain firepower that he is. Most extraordinarily brilliant political commentator of his generation.
That's really how these people look at Nick, by the way. So everybody looks at Nick as like the greatest political thinker of our generation. People like, I heard Anthony Cumia said that one time. And I'll tell you this, Nick puts on a good show. I mean, of like the right-wing podcast sphere, I would say Nick does one of the better shows. I mean, if you've watched, America First is like a funny show. It's pretty good. Especially the end part where he starts just yelling at the people who give him money. He just gets into these big screaming matches with people who give him money. I just think that's so funny. Milo looks nuts, dude. I mean, it looks like his mouth there's something up with it. He can't close his mouth all the way. He looks like zapped. He looks very much out of it. The glasses too. It's an odd look. It's an odd look.
And he's been treated just about as badly as anybody, so I thought he deserved to be in the room too. And yeah, that's
and another thing that you guys got to remember, Nick Fuentes famously was blackballed from Timcast. That's another aspect of this story I think a lot of people aren't thinking about. Because Tim has gone on, maybe I can even find it, but Tim went on this big rant about how the Groypers are always they're spamming his chat room saying, bring on Nick, and I don't get bullied by communities, so I won't be bringing Nick on. He gave a whole speech, and now here's Nick. Nick is on.
How we got together?
So I have some questions about that, but we'll get through the dinner portion of how exactly this happened, what went down. So this is how you get in contact, the three of you. How is it that Nick ends up invited to this dinner, and what happened?
Dude, who is breathing like that? Do you guys hear this? Listen.
How is it that Nick ends up invited to this dinner, and what happened?
Well,
I think that's Kanye. I think Kanye is breathing like crazy.
He was rolling with me. I was impressed with Nick, and I was like, just come to the dinner. And we had Karen Giorno pick us up from the airport.
What do the two of them talk? I would love to know what these private conversations sound like between Kanye West and Nick Fuentes. That is kind of like my dream podcast. That would be a great podcast. That'd be amazing.
And there was a lot of back and forth.
Oh my God, look at those huge nostrils. How have I never noticed his breathing is so crazy?
Gentleman named Jamar Montgomery that was with us. It's he's an engineer at Boeing, and
I'm telling him just we should raise everyone's volume.
Okay, cool. And we sat there, and it was like when Trump came in, I said, do you want to sit alone? He's like, no, bring your friends in. So a big thing is like Trump had no idea who Nick Fuentes was. But this whole, I just got to go right to the heart of this.
He's like, he can't even, look at this. He can't even look. Kanye West needs a CPAP machine. He raps into a CPAP. Make my feet tap. Dude, Kanye, he can't even look at Tim. Look, he's looking all over. He's looking anywhere but Tim. You know, he doesn't. He's like, he wants to be anywhere but in that room.
Semite claim that's happening. This is something, if you read the definition, it says you.
Yeah, that's another, okay. Because there's a couple ways you could look at this story. The way that I presented it is the friend downsize. So we get to witness the Kanye West downsizing his friends to a new group of people. But yeah, we get to see the Nick Fuentes upgrade. I feel like it must have only been 5 months ago that all the Jaden stuff happened. Nick Fuentes had a best friend named Jaden who completely turned on Nick, where he started exposing all the Groyper America First secrets to the enemies of the movement, to fucking Andy Worski, PPP, the Keno Casino show. It was a huge, embarrassing controversy. And Nick Fuentes, he didn't let it break him down. Here he is with Kanye West on Timcast.
Can't claim.
It's pretty, he is such a fucking cockroach. You can't get rid of this guy.
There's multiple people inside of banks or in media that are all Jewish, or you're anti-Semitic. And that's the truth. Like, it's the truth. What do we...
Listen to this switch right here. So he's like, okay, I'm going to answer your question, but then we're going to talk about the Jews right away. This is pretty great.
Semite claim that's happening. This is something, if you read the definition.
Oh, wait, back up a little bit more.
I'm telling him just we should raise everyone's volume.
Okay, cool. And we sat there, and it was like when Trump came in, I said, do you want to sit alone? He's like, no, bring your friends in. So a big thing is like Trump had no idea who Nick Fuentes was. But this whole, I just got to go right to the heart.
He's like, I can't even chit chat. We're talking about the Jews, or we're talking about nothing. You got two options, Tim. You're either going to let me rant about the Jews or nothing. I love this.
This.
Like, usually, like, the Jews is like a good 20 minutes in, you know, once you guys kind of got to know each other a little bit, but like going right into this shit, it's a fucking awesome move. And I love how Kanye forced it to happen. He's like, fuck it. We're going big or we're going home.
Anti-Semite claim that's happening. This is something, if you read the definition, it says you can't claim that.
I love fucking dumbass hashish in my Discord. By the way, in the description of this video is a link to join my Discord. Anybody, if you haven't joined the Discord yet, you got to join. You got to meet this one fucking freak named Hashish, who he hates Israel. He loves Palestine. He's fucking Arab, and he loves stealing jewelry off old people and shit. Scumbag, but he hates the Jews. He's DEFCON 3 at all times. And he actually, he hates the Jews so much that he doesn't even let me say anti-Semitic. He's like, CJ, you fucking idiot. You don't even know what Semitic really means. It's like, really, the true Semitic people are blah, blah, blah. It's like anti-Semitic means hates Jews. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, but it's like you hate the Jews so much you can't even call them Semitic. It's like, give it a fucking rest. So anybody, join my Discord and harass him, especially if you're trans. Harass Hashish. He deserves it. He has it coming.
There's multiple people inside of banks or in media that are all Jewish, or you're anti-Semitic. And that's the truth. Like, it's the truth. What are we talking about? And
elaborate. What do you mean? You mean?
I'm saying, like, I've been labeled anti-Semite, right? So there's different beliefs about our bloodlines, you know, like the doc.
And I love this, man. It's like, dude, he is full. Do you guys know the Black Hebrew Israelites? Here, let's watch some fucking. Here, dude, I love the Black Hebrew Israelites. They're my favorite, man. They're so fucking awesome. Here, let's find some good Black Hebrew Israelite content. Let's see. Okay, the classic one is the Covington. Because remember the Covington Catholic high school shit? Offer new context to the boys who are harassed. Remember the fucking Native American, hi-ya, hi-ya, and then he's just standing there. The white man, he refuses to back down. So, yeah, let's take a look at this.
This viral video of high school boys surrounding Native American activist Nathan Phillips, who stoically beat his drum, caused outrage. But a different video surfaced Sunday that showed what...
There they are. These are the Black Hebrew Israelites. This is like, dude, if you look at like the Southern Poverty Law Center, they have a map of like all the hate groups in America. And there's like a fuckload of them right by me because there's all these like black extremist groups.
Caused outrage. But a different video surfaced Sunday that showed what happened before the encounter.
You little dirty crackers, your day coming.
Yes.
Your day coming.
Yes. This is who Kanye has been spending time with.
Before the encounter.
You little dirty crackers, your day coming. Your day coming.
When a radical group of protesters
dirty
called
ass
Black Hebrew
crackers.
Israelites taunted the boys for more than an hour with racist and homophobic abuse.
A bunch of child molested.
Yes, that's what they do. So these guys, they just go to public areas and call white people child molesters. It's like, what's not to like? They're so good.
Hebrew Israelites shouting things.
Racist things at the white people. And
They
the
were
white
shouting
people,
racist things.
And the white people were shouting racist things back.
So good. So that's who Kanye's been spending his times with. These fucking people. So that's what I hear when Kanye just said that.
Different beliefs about our bloodlines, you know.
Yeah, so when he says like there are different beliefs about bloodlines, what he really means is white people are child molesters.
The documentary that Kyrie posted, and in general,
Kyrie,
America
right. Kyrie
has
he's
been
so good.
left ignorant, and history has been changed. So when we start questioning things that question the indoctrination, then you immediately get, you know...
Dude, Kyrie Irving is like the Colin Kaepernick of black people who hate Jews. It's like his whole fucking thing.
You said debanked, or what did you say happened to you? Or
demonetized, deplatformed.
Demonized, demonetized. And what's so beautiful about this time is everyone got to see what's really been happening. And now we can really understand. We can see that Ron Emanuel was right next to Obama, and then Jared Kushner was right next to Trump.
Dude, listen to how he's saying this, dude. This is such a fucking paranoid worldview. I love this. He's like, if you look around every corner, you're going to find a Jew. Oh, but ignore Milo. Ignore Milo. Milo's not one of those sneaky Jews. He's a good one, right? It's like, has he not asked if Milo is Jewish? That's what I want to know. Can somebody please inform Kanye West that Milo is Jewish? Will that change anything?
And now,
or is Kanye like, you know, you need one Jew to guide you. It's like a Horcrux or something.
now we can really understand. We can see that Ron Emanuel was right next to Obama, and then Jared Kushner was right next to Trump.
But so we're getting right into it, I guess.
It's like, dude, I love this. He's like, boom, anti-Semitic conspiracy theory. Tim, deal with it, bitch.
Right? I was
deal with that shit, bitch. Clean up my mess, bitch. That's that face right there. That's that face. Clean up my mess, bitch. I'm Kanye West. I'm in your house. Clean up my fucking mess. You fucking hat-wearing pussy boy. What are you going to do about it? What are you going to do about it? You need me. You need me more than I need you.
But so we're getting right into it, I guess, right? I was hoping to go for the news first before we got into all of this stuff. I think the issue is one way to put it is you're expounding upon a localization issue that you've witnessed, right?
Oh my God! And imagine you're Kanye, and what's really happening is you're expounding upon. Shut up! You're a little fucking gerbil boy. Fuck you.
Let me clarify.
I'd be like, yo, shut the fuck up. If I was Kanye, that's what I would be thinking, man. It's like, man, I'm Kanye West. The fuck are you talking about? What is this fucking rant? I'm Kanye. Why are you forcing me to listen to you? That's what Kanye is probably. He's probably like, this is rude as fuck. He's making me listen to this.
Full of people that you see are Jewish in a certain place, and then you associate Judaism with the power, whereas I view that as not relevant to it. Like, yeah, you're substantially more powerful than I am, but I don't view what you're doing as an issue of black people.
Yeah, but have you ever heard the...
So it's kind of funny, too, where these guys, like, they won't... I don't know what Tim does, but a lot of these guys, I bet Tim does. Like, a lot of these guys, though, they don't respect pronouns, but they will respect when Kanye goes by Ye, you know? They won't use she, her, but... yeah, if you change your name to Ye, it's like, yeah, I'll respect that. That's weird.
The black vote. So it's okay to put us in one net, but it's not okay for me to put them in one net.
Yeah, but I mean...
that's the basis of the hypocrisy that people have been...
That's the basis of the hypocrisy that people have been... I've seen many things. I might be haunted by a demon.
Yeah, but I mean...
that's the basis of the hypocrisy that people have been thinking about.
Oh my God, he's like really like kind of like there's like a demonic type thing going on with this fucking Milo guy. I mean, for somebody that spent all this time talking about like, you know, why it's good that he was groomed and like why it's good for men to have relationships with small boys. It's this guy is possessed by the devil. And of course, the devil's going to take this new... of course, the devil's going to pretend to be like a godly fucking bullshit. You know, if you put... because here's the thing. You're thinking to yourself, he's the devil, but he has rosary beads right there. I hate to break it to you, but if you store your rosary beads in a Louis Vuitton bag, the rosary beads no longer work. So those are blank rosary beads. They are not charged. You know, they do no damage to demons. So he is like a very demonic presence.
Yeah, but I mean...
that's the basis of the hypocrisy that people have been thinking about and knowing about and realizing for decades. We were all wondering how this dam was going to break. Everybody in the country was wondering, what is the root of this hypocrisy? Why can people talk about white people a certain way? Why can't they talk about that group a certain way? And
here, I gotta pull up this image here. I saw something so good. Here, let's find this. Likes. Where is it? Fuck. Is it gone? Ah, man. Somebody made a great little graphic about all the grifters that are surrounding Kanye right now. Maybe I'll find it at some point.
Wretched and wicked and oppressive prevailing orthodoxy of cancel culture. Well, it turned out that the one thing that was going to break the dam was the biggest star in the world, and it took the biggest star in the world to do it. And now the dam is broken.
So let me tell you my issue. I don't like identitarianism. You guys are familiar with what that is?
Well, they started it, and they've been visiting on us. We're trying to break it.
When I was asking you about running for president, you immediately said, well, you'd be good for the black vote. And I said, is that...
Tim Pool's secret racist confirmed by Kanye.
Started it, and they've been visiting on us. We're trying to break it.
When I was asking you about running for president, you immediately said, well, you'd be good for the black vote. And I said, is that because I'm black? No, not just because of that. So is that, are you doing the same thing?
I didn't say that was the only reason.
So are you doing the same thing?
Because you're personable to the common person, and you probably would do well with the black
you're
vote.
personable to the common person, and please don't think I'm a racist. Oh, please don't lie about me.
Just because I'm black, because a lot of black people don't like me.
Dude, okay, I really think all this stuff with like the Lydia and the Adam stream and everything, I think a lot of that stuff has, I think it has Tim a little off-kiltered. And I think he would have done a better job with all this if he wasn't so frazzled. I mean, I'll tell you this, you do streams sometimes and you go on, you're not feeling your normal flowy self, you're feeling a little frazzled. And I think that's what Tim is doing right here. I think Tim is frazzled. I think this whole infidelity situation and ex-friend betrayal, like a real E2 Brute moment, I think that has Tim a little shook. Because a good interviewer would be like, hey, Kanye, how you doing? What's going on? Like, how's your day been? Warm him up. This whole thing is already falling to shit. Kanye hates you. He thinks you're a dork. And now he's accusing you of being racist, and it's going to be tough to walk your way out of it.
Of course, I think race plays a role in a lot of things. Absolutely, and I think that's
I think the construct of race has really been forced upon us as just something for us to be woke about and just constantly talk about and use it as these like walls.
Couldn't you say the same thing about Judaism?
Well, let's look at the facts of what I'm saying, though. If you say in this neighborhood where they gerrymander, there's this amount of time. So, hey, I wasn't doing that. I was just gerrymandering the lawyers and the Hollywood executives and the people at the bank that debanked me and then froze my accounts. It's like we want to jump into protecting the idea that we can't put a net around something, right? But that's been my job as a producer, to take, a Roy Ayers sample and put a James Brown drum and put it within a 2-minute, 3-minute song. That's the way I actually think, and that's the way I talk. And now this morning I found out that they were trying to put me in prison because what they did was I moved $140 million into JP Morgan. And I said, I want to talk to Jamie Dimon. Like, look at me. I'm just going in naive, multi-billionaire. Like, maybe Jamie Dimon will let me in on some deal flow. Wrong. And I'm just like banging my hands like, I want to meet with Jamie.
See, this is funny, too. You'll notice Tim doesn't want to laugh during all this stuff. Kanye's making some jokes. Tim is also, he doesn't really get humor to begin with. So even if you just like told the joke and there's no implication behind it, Tim is going to have a little bit of a tough time with it. But especially when like Kanye's throwing all these like crazy fucking backhanded anti-Semitic comments, Tim is like, oh, I don't know what the fuck to do right now.
Are complaining online and then they debank me for complaining. And so I'm about to get debanked. They're like, you need to go to Trump's the bank, AXO, whatever, you got to go. And I'm like, I've been trying to buy my own bank for the longest. And then we figured out how to get my own bank. It's like 50 million, 75 million. So I'm about to buy my own bank. But then as they're about to take the money out, here comes Adidas with a $275 million bill for marketing funds that they agreed upon. Because I said to them, hey, I'm the marketing, give me the marketing fund.
Does anybody know what is the deal, by the way? What is the situation? Does Kanye just get like a big payout after all this? Or does he get like completely cut out of the shit? I would love to know more about what this whole deal is like.
Which proves by the response they got when they, stole the designs and said, we're going to not call them Yeezys anymore. So this is what I was already fighting Adidas for. So I'm fighting Gap, get out of Gap, fighting Adidas. And then I deal with this little bit of noise from, Zionism from the fashion world, where they use this plant named Gabby, who's obviously like some kind of CIA agent, knows nothing about fashion. This is a certain thing. When someone can't dress, you know that they're not like a fashion person. They're just there as like the society.
Okay, so this is the type of stuff that this type of stuff intrigues me, man. They're gonna start talking about Kanye's old personal trainer, who they're saying was a part of like a Canadian MK Ultra related experimentation. And it's like people have been looking into it, and apparently a lot of the details are not totally untrue. So I would like to know, it has been proven, right? There's like CIA ops. These are real things, right? So they infiltrate themselves into like cultural. You could read had a whole contract, or no, Activision had a whole contract with the U.S. military, where they were like, the military was influencing the way that certain stories were written in the Call of Duty games. So this type of stuff does happen. I wonder, he really thinks like in these fashion worlds, there are these marks that have been, assigned by different world governments to study and influence different cultural icons, is kind of what he's implying here. I think there may be some truth to it, but it also sounds like bipolar paranoia. So that's a scary thing. What if it's a little bit of both of that? What if he is crazy, but also these people are real,
Control that they try to use with celebrities, which has now been broken, right? Because where it broke. Okay. I want to get on like LeBron in a second, but I'm going to come back to this and just talk about this morning where, I'm not going to mention her name because she's a nice lady, but someone at Cohen Resnick tells me, and I tell all of my
Zoolander was soft disclosure. Yeah.
People never use the term a lot, but they said, okay, you're going to have to pay a lot of taxes. And that made me feel like they're just like waiting, like we finally got him. We finally can put him in jail. And I was like, can I still run for president in jail? I found out I could. So I was like, okay, that's fine then. It'll be okay.
But if you were Jeffrey Epstein, they wouldn't.
Oh my God. And then here comes Luke Randowski to a little quip about Jeffrey Epstein. Oh, I'm Luke Randowski. Shut the fuck up and leave. Get the fuck out of the house. Nobody wants Luke Randowski. And you could tell Kanye does not like Luke Randowski.
Put him in jail. And I was like,
he's like Mr. Mises. That's Luke Randowski. Yeah, I'm Mr. Mises. Look at me.
Still run for president in jail? I found out I could. So I was like, okay, that's fine then. It'll be okay.
But if you were Jeffrey Epstein, they wouldn't touch your bank account. They would allow you to break the rules, regulations, just like J.P. Morgan and Chase did, just like Deutsche Bank did. So there is an issue to bring up with that. When it comes to the race stuff, I think this is an important discussion to have because I
have to complete this thought. You guys got to.
Okay, go ahead.
Oh my God, that was awful. That's what you had to add. And you had to interrupt Kanye to say this shit?
Epstein, they wouldn't touch your bank account. They would allow you to break the rules, regulations, just like J.P. Morgan and Chase did, just like Deutsche Bank did. So there is an issue to bring up with that. But when it comes to the race stuff, I think this is an important discussion to have because
everything, for these people, everything ties back to Epstein. Like, okay, all
I
right.
have to complete this thought. You guys got to.
Okay, go ahead.
Let the man talk. Nobody wants to hear your diatribe with your stupid fucking shirt.
All right, because I'm talking about literally finding out that they were trying to put me in prison this morning. Watch this. So
This morning.
yes. So not come to my house this morning, but I found out, okay, so they put a $75 million hold on 4 of my accounts. And then they said, you owe
Oh
a
my
lot.
God. Wait, what? I don't know what I think a big part of it is he owes a lot of money in taxes right now. I think I was reading he owes like $50 million in taxes.
Taxes. Took me like 6 hours to find out how much a lot was. They said, well, around $50 million. Now I'm going to different CFOs like, okay, so would this be tax evasion? Because I'm obviously not the most financially literate person on the planet. I was just a child, basically. Like when you become famous, you stop growing at that point. I became famous at age 24 and I had handlers around. I had my mom around, different things. And it was always like you go from one handler to the next handler to the next handler. So now I get to actually learn how to run a company. I get to learn how to, to count. Really, I was like Pablo in a movie. It was like I didn't even know where to put the money, like literally making $300 million cash, but you're just like a high-priced, we're not going to use the S word just because it's just like too passe to use it. But it's like next year I was supposed to make $500 million in royalties. And like no one needs this amount of money. But when I would work on homeless shelters and ideas, I'd have a contractor. We won't say what race. And
it's like, I mean, if you're the cameraman during the Timcast show when Kanye is saying some shit like that, point the camera at Tim. I want to see if Tim is laughing. That's the person I want to see.
Amount of money. But when I would work on homeless shelters and ideas, I'd have a contractor. We won't say what race. And
oh my God.
they'd be.
He is hiding inside of the beanie. When he says that, he is fucking pulling that bitch down.
Turn down the contracts. It's all about
get me the fuck out of here.
Position. It's not about the amount of money that you have. And to come in here, I feel like it's a setup to be like defending. I'm not gonna go through another. Like I'm literally gonna walk the F off the show if I'm sitting up here having a talk about.
So he. That's so good. Notice, I think Luke Randowski set him over the edge because I think he's so pissed that Luke interrupted him that it really threw him off. Listen to this whole diatribe.
They'd be tearing down the contracts. It's all about position. It's not about the amount of money that you have.
Or maybe somebody, like when he said that joke, somebody might have given him a really sour look. That could have been it too.
To come in here, I feel like it's a setup to be like defending. I'm not going to go through another, like I'm literally going to walk the F off the show if I'm sitting up here having a, talk about you can't say that it was Jewish people that did it when every sensible person knows that. I mean, Jon Stewart knows what happened to me and they took it too far. It was like American History X. Like my head was on the side of the curve and the exact people that I called out kicked my head. We found out that my trainer was a MK Ultra Canadian intelligence.
He worked in the defense research and development in the Canadian military.
Even dork Luke Randowski knows that there's some truth to this story right here.
Essentially working on psyops
Who is
in
this
the
guy?
Canadian military. This is Harley Pasternak.
Yeah, what I'm saying is, look, they tried to medicate me. I was exhausted. They wrongly diagnosed me.
I mean, am I wrong for saying this? It's like, yeah, you'll win some points or whatever if you don't let him get away with all the anti-Semitism. Oh, you stood up today. Tim Pool stood up to anti-Semitism, and then everybody posts the meme of the Onion where it's like the worst guy you know says something right for once. Everybody's gonna put. It's like, okay, have a little bit of respect for Kanye. I mean, come on, let the guy go on his fucking diatribes, and then people can pick it apart for themselves afterwards. You know, if you're making it where there's a crossroad in the conversation and you can't move forward, find a way to build another bridge, you know, with a stronger foundation. You know, like why are you making it where turn the temperature down, okay? Have you guys ever seen Jim C. Swim? The interrogations where they find a killer, they try to get like a confession out, and they'll do like good cop, bad cop, or whatever. And there will be techniques where, you know, at certain points you'll lower the temperature so they feel so relieved, and then right away you turn the temperature back up. There's none of that. The temperature is way too high. Kanye's stressed out. And give him a little bit of time to breathe. Come on, boy. Let him breathe.
When I asked them how...
And it's so funny, too, because, you know, I've seen Tim Pool go on so many rants about how Howard Stern has really become the worst person in the world. Oh, Howard Stern is so bad. Yeah, Howard Stern, yeah, you fucking... This is what you do when you have an interview. And, yeah, Howard does what he does when he does interviews. So... if you compare those two bodies of works, you'll see a major difference, okay?
Lithium, did you want to put me on?
That would actually, I would love to see that. I would love to see Kanye on Howard Stern. That would be fucking awesome. Because Howard Stern's like the Megazord of Jew. I mean, to have him, Kanye versus Jew Megazord Howard Stern, battle of the lifetime. That'd be amazing.
Exactly. It took them 4 days to answer because they were embarrassed about the amount, right? And I refused to take this, right? You understand that if I had taken the medication, I would not be here, and it would have been, he was deeply troubled. We miss him. We love his music, though.
Well, they would have Britney Spears too. I mean, look at
they would have Michael Jackson
or worse, yeah.
So
look at what they did. Look at what they did to Britney. When she went in, she was tired, she was exhausted, she was in a bad way. But 10 years of that medication wrecked her brain. You can see it now.
Yeah.
You can see there's not much of her left.
You mentioned Pasternak was the name.
Yes, Harley Pasternak. That's the text message that you posted that we were talking about before.
Here's
the lobotomy thread. You know?
Yeah.
Before the show, obviously, I'm getting a bunch of messages from people. People are hitting me up, and they're like, "You shouldn't host them. They're anti-Semitic. They're white supremacists. They're racist." I do find it funny or weird, or whatever, that, you know, Nick, they call you a white supremacist. You're here working with or for, you know, one of the most powerful black men.
Oh, yeah. We've never seen that one before. Oh, a white supremacist hanging out with black people. Wow. First time we've ever seen that.
One of the wealthiest and most famous. But
are you also going to tell me that libertarians have Asian wives?
A lot of people were saying, on the right specifically, don't platform them. And I said, well, I want to understand what they're thinking and why they're thinking it. They're involved in what may be the biggest news story of the past week, and we have an opportunity to sit.
He just called them ye? Did he really?
A lot of people were most powerful.
Ye posted that.
Oh, ye. Ye just posted.
Harley Pasternak. That's the text message that Ye posted that we were talking about before.
Yeah, it's like he says ye. It sounds horrible. Just call him Kanye.
That's the lobotomy thread. You know?
Yeah. Call him Kanye and have him correct you. Why? What? It's like these guys haven't even been corrected yet. They just automatically change. They just call him Ye. Just call him Kanye. Why does everybody call him Ye? It's so embarrassing. It's so cucked.
So obviously, I'm getting a bunch of messages from people. People are hitting me up, and they're like, "You shouldn't host them. They're anti-Semitic. They're white supremacists. They're racist." I do find it funny or weird, or whatever, that, you know, Nick, they call you a white supremacist. You're here working with or for, you know, one of the most powerful black men, one of the wealthiest and most famous. But a lot of people were saying, on the right specifically, don't platform them. And I said, well, I want to understand what they're thinking and why they're thinking it. They're involved in what may be the biggest news story of the past week, and we have an opportunity to sit down and talk.
Because the red media controls both sides. It just said it as simple as possible. Jared Kushner was next to Trump. Ron Emanuel was next to Obama. But see, since 1940, go ahead.
I was going to say, isn't that an issue of these individuals? Like you're extrapolating.
I'm going to order with the last of my money that's available in a different account. I'm going
Yes.
to order a PJ before I sit and have another Lex Friedman setup conversation.
Yes. Don't take
when
it.
I'm literally they're trying to put me in jail for my opinion.
But
I'm
I
not,
get that.
I'm not going to have that opinion. I don't care about people. Those are bots that are trying to tell you.
Yes.
We realize, look at
Fucking
Pence.
bots.
He sold Trump out. You get what I'm saying? It's like, I would have never.
You know that Sneeko is a part of this crew now too. So now Sneeko is going to be hanging out. Oh, guys, the content is going to be so good.
Wanted to do anything that hurt Trump. I'm on Trump's side. Trump said things that hurt me. He lied about me, but I mean, he's known for lying. And when people used to tell me that, he's a liar.
That's so true. Clout sharking off black billionaire rappers means you're not a white supremacist. Yeah. Those two things, they could never overlap.
It's like, I went into the trenches for Trump. That's another conversation. There was no one in my position that wore that hat. And all of my surroundings exhausted me. It was like death by 1,000 questions. I know I'm jumping to another thing, but what I'm saying is, I know you got a rep for your people online, but it's you got a person in real life that I'm not with it, bro. I lost the money for the freedom of speech, and that's what makes me the only American that we know that really deserves to run the country, because everyone else, your boy DeSantis, Trump, whoever they raise in a petri dish over on the Democrat side is going to play the game.
Look,
and
here's what I was trying to get to. You went right into the anti-Semite thing. I think it's something that should be talked about. But if you start bringing this up, you're going to ask my opinion on it. I'm going to disagree with you.
I didn't ask your opinion on it. You jumped into it.
Ooh,
but I don't.
Yeah, he didn't ask you shit. Just let the man go on his little rants, man. He's not trying to figure out what this fucking asshole is. Dude, you hang out in your bedroom and you talk about the Civil War is coming every day. Kanye's not interested. He's making fucking Yeezys and he's doing cool shit. He's not trying to get your opinion on this shit. You're fucking boring. You're awful.
Care about your opinion. I like your opinion on how we win an election, but I don't care about anybody's opinion, bro. I lost. They tried to put me in jail. They blocked $2 billion I had. Like what I told Farrakhan, I said, look, is it anti-Semitic for me to say his name out loud? Like I told
minister.
The minister. Like I told
Obama met with him too.
Oh, he was. Yeah, I mean, the Jewish people allowed Obama to meet with the minister. So Farrakhan said, well, did he have the money? The contract for the next 4 years, if I hadn't done anything, would have been $500 million a year for 4 years. What I was fighting for was the IP. So my children.
Yeah, I wonder, does he still, how much of that money is he still going to get? Because I feel like they can't. There's no way he's just getting totally cut out of Yeezy. He's definitely going to be getting some type of a financial compensation, right? It's got to be.
I'm sorry. Sometimes I think about 7 thoughts at one time, because anything I see, I come up with like 7 answers to it and then just choose what it is. But the thing is, when I said my children, the reason why my brain kind of blocked, because it's like God is saying, your children are going to be okay. Baby mama's got money, right? God is using me. He's breaking me down, removing all of the, richest person, all of this, so I can serve him. And the more and more those things are taken away from me, the more I can be empty and be a vessel and be able to be used. And right now, it's like, you're not going to take, if we can't, you're not going to take my pain away, right? The Jewish people say, it's the Holocaust, this happened, and you can't say anything.
All those Jews are like, oh, Papa, it's the Holocaust, Papa. Yeah, that's going to win people over, man. Oh, the Jews going on and on about the Holocaust, fucking assholes. Like, what the fuck, man?
You're not going to take.
I love it.
If we can't, you're going to.
Kanye is like, he's chaotic, man. You don't know what the fuck. This is why I love being a fan of Kanye. You don't know what the fuck is coming next. Black Hebrew Israelite Kanye, fucking fish tank, obsessed with antique fish tank Kanye. There's so many phases. It's crazy.
Take my pain away, right? The Jewish people say, it's the Holocaust.
MAGA Kanye, of course.
This happened, and you can't say anything about it. We can't take their pain away. No one's going to denounce the fact that they tried to lock me up. That's what, because every time I'm just holding stride, and it's like, I thought I was more Malcolm X, but I find out I'm more MLK, because as I'm getting hosed down every day by the press and financially, I'm just standing there. And when I found out that they tried to put me in jail, it was like a dog was biting my arm, and I almost shed a tear, almost, but I still walked in stride through it. Yeah.
I think they've been extremely unfair to you.
Who was they though?
Yeah.
We can't say.
Yeah. I love. Oh God, that to me is so validating. Who's they though, Tim? You know when you do all your hundreds of videos, when you say things like "they are out to get you," and you're very unspecific about who the they is. Yeah. What do you mean by they, Tim? I love that. All these fucking populist YouTube guys, they'll use words like they, so it's like a fill in the blanks of whatever group that you don't like. You know what I mean? So it's like, oh, it's like playing Mad Libs, where Tim Pool, he plays this game. Oh, if you want to fill in the blank where they is Jews, perfect. Yeah, you'll fit right in here. It's blacks, it's whatever. Whatever they is to you, billionaires, Illuminati, doesn't matter, fill in the blank. And Kanye is like, no, we're not playing filling in the blank. We're playing, we use pronouns here. You say, no, not pronoun. We use nouns. We use proper nouns. Speak from your chest.
And I almost shed a tear, almost, but I still walked in stride through it. Yeah.
I think they've been extremely unfair to you.
Who was they though?
We can't say
they is,
corporate
can we?
press. I'm not using I don't use the word as the way I guess you guys use. I'm talking.
It is
about
them though, isn't it? I mean, because
No.
because when you think about it, consider it. In 2018.
What do you mean it's not?
What do I mean? Like, okay, so how?
This is how I'll show you how Kanye feels right now. This is here. Where's this? Here, let's see here. Riots. Or wait, what is it? Let's see here. Yeah. Oh, yeah. This is what is happening right here, guys. Albany City remembers as climactic battle of civil rights moment. This is what is going on. What's in right now? Is this what I'm looking for? I'm looking for the hoses.
Operated in schools, restaurants, and many other public places. Historian Robert Corley says
most replayed. Here we go.
Then on the second day of the student demonstrations, things turned violent.
Yeah, this is how Kanye feels when he walks into the Timcast show. That's how he feels.
Things turned violent. Police turned.
That's kind of like the vibe that Tim had. It's not like a chill vibe, you know? It's like a very, like they're coming for my people type vibe. That Tim, look at your wall. You have swords. You have swords and guns. It's scary.
Are you leaving?
Oh, and now we get to the moment. There we go.
And because when you think about it, consider it. In 2018.
What do you mean it's not?
What do I mean? Like, okay, so how?
Wait. Here, let's see.
And I almost shed a tear, almost, but I still walked in stride through it. Yeah.
I think they've been extremely unfair to you.
Who was they though? We can't say who they is,
corporate
can we?
press. I'm not using I don't use the word as the.
Okay, so this is what he walks out because he thinks Tim's a pussy.
I guess you guys use. I'm talking.
It is
about
them though, isn't it? I mean, because because when you think,
and here's Tim, Nick, like, well, we are actually talking about the Jews, right? So let me, Nick Fuentes, fill in the blanks. Hi, I'm Nick Fuentes. I've gone on long rants about Israel and the Jews. Allow me to introduce myself. I'm about to go on a 2-hour rant about Israel, and
consider it. In 2018.
What do you mean it's not?
And the whole plan gets derailed. This sucks for Nick, man. Nick has to walk out, but let's kind of analyze how this all plays out right here.
Word as the way I guess you guys use. I'm talking.
It is
about
them though, isn't it? I mean, because because when you think about it, consider it. In 2018.
What do you mean it's not?
What do I mean? Like, okay, so how about? Are you leaving?
Wait, I can't even. One more time. Sorry, guys.
Word as the way I guess you guys.
Stride through it. Yeah.
I think they've been extremely unfair to you.
Who was they though? We can't say they is,
corporate
can we?
press. I'm not using the. I don't use the word as the way I guess you guys use. I'm talking.
It is
about
them though.
Yeah. See, Tim is saying what I'm saying. I use they in a different way that you use they. Yeah, Tim, that's your whole game is to vaguely say they. That's actually like one of my biggest complaints about Tim Pool is how he does these like kind of, okay, allow me to be like a cucked out SJW conspiracy person here, but he's doing the dog whistle thing where like literally the way that he uses the word they is in a dog whistly where like if you're tuned into a certain frequency, you could hear things that maybe not everybody who else, listen, I think there is a little bit of that at play. I think Tim does things where I think he like reads the comments. I think he fucks with like the schizophrenics in the audience and does like shit like that. But he's thought about it in like a gamification way where he's like, if I fuck with the schizophrenics in a certain way, that means that my profit share will go up in a certain pace and blah, 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 blah. He's a sociopath. He's crazy. He's on the loose.
And I mean, because because when you think about it, consider it. In 2018.
What do you mean it's not?
What do I mean? Like, okay, so how about, are you leaving?
Are you afraid of the press?
I love that. By the way. I love how for for Kanye to leave the room, he has to walk behind Tim. Look at this.
Are you leaving?
Are you afraid of the press?
Yeah, don't knock the sword and revolver on your way back.
He's gone.
On your way out.
I'll say it right now. You guys want to bring that stuff up? And then
have
think
the
we're not going to have a conversation?
Like have the discussion.
Like you think Ye's going to come in
and
here.
Now, yeah, and now prepare for 2 hours of consistent coping about the whole situation. And oh my God, I was in this chat room yesterday. The whole crowd was tomatoes, Tim L, Tim Blewett, Tim L. Oh God, it was so fun.
And say, here's my pain, here's my suffering. I'm gonna say, I hear you. And then he's gonna say, and it was Jewish people. And I'm gonna be like, okay, but don't you consider? It's like, I'm not gonna do this. I refuse.
Go, make sure he's cool.
All right, go for it. Luke and I will have a conversation. So I can't.
We don't even need you guys. Me and Luke. My good friend Luke, who wears Jeffrey Epstein shirts that he makes himself. We can do our own podcast. We don't even need Kanye.
What do I even do?
Let me just listen to a Luke Randowski Tim Pool podcast. I'm sure that's gonna be great. What are you guys gonna talk about? Yemen? I mean, fuck off.
Other than ask him, please elaborate on this. Are you referring to individuals, or are you quite literally blaming an entire group of people
there goes
for
Milo.
the fact that powerful individuals are causing you harm?
I really wanted to ask Nick about his thoughts about MLK because I know they contradict his comments about that. But again, these are mass generalizations that don't really help anyone in my perspective. They just kind of sound like their opposition. They sound what they're kind of going against, the woke mob that's always saying white men are responsible for everything. When I see people just use generalizations.
Dude, I hope Luke Randowski, I hope that he shows up to some secret government facility where, there's a whole truth movement about it. And it's a little too tempting. He goes on the property and some fucking military sniper shoots him in the head for trying to, steal government secrets. That's this type of guy. I would like Luke if he did stuff like that instead of like appearing on this fucking podcast. If you really like, Epstein was so bad and Julian Assange and all this shit, we'll fucking get a job with the military and start stealing some secrets, you fucking pussy. Why are you on this stupid ass fucking show? Fuck you.
It kind of cheapens the conversations. It cheapens a dialogue that we could have here that I was planning to talk to Ye about, specifically bringing up like, hey, let's actually...
I thought his name was Yi.
...about this in a real concise way. Let's not get emotional. Let's not walk out of here. Let's actually
let me tell
ourselves.
all you guys outright. I said, this is going to be a big issue. Before the show, obviously, people are going to bring up the questions of anti-Semitism. Why don't we talk about the news? I want to hear what happened with this meeting. I want to understand what Gate 24 is.
I swear to God, we're just, for the rest of this, we're going to skip around. You're going to hear he is on a loop. He cannot stop talking about how what he did was good. And then some more people enter the scenario. Let's go find them. There's this fucking
Dead name
scary,
Mary's here.
this scary bitch with these fucking cryptic skeleton eyes.
That's rough, man.
So what happened? Tell me what's going on outside.
So Kanye and Milo are departing.
It's kind of funny where like Luke Randowski and Tim, they spent all this time talking about like human trafficking, and then like the only female I see around them looks like a former victim of human trafficking. I mean, look at this fucking crazy looking girl.
He is gonna beat me up. So Milo and Nick and
They
Ye
all
are
just
departing.
caught a car.
They caught a
and
car.
left.
They're heading out.
But-
They don't seem angry, but they just Kanye specifically said that he felt as though he should have been able to keep talking. He feels like not enough people are expressing this view, and he felt like, sorry, I just ran upstairs. I can't talk.
This
He
is
felt
fun.
like perhaps cutting him off was not a good move. So
Milo felt like you were
And then we have Coraline. Who the fuck is this woman? Why does Tim have this fucking weird, creepy creature in his fucking house? Look at this crazy looking bitch. She is fucking psycho looking. Oh my God. Helena Bottom Carter's fucking like weird, like daughter. Oh my God. Creepy, creep. Look at her.
not getting the
Oh my
point
God. She is fucking pale. This is the Crypt Keeper. Look at her.
that everyone in the room was getting.
They weren't explaining.
Why do all the women look crazy around Tim? They look insane.
I think that they should have stayed to explain it.
I wish they had been able to
think
say explain it. because
Before the show, when I said, guys, I understand you want to talk about that. We have an opportunity to discuss this big news.
How long? So now we're at 35 minutes. He's still explaining why it was good what he did, replaying it over and over again in his head.
I just talked to them outside. They're in the car, and I'm like,
They're leaving?
And I'm like, let's let the best idea win. You don't owe us anything. Let's have this conversation. And essentially, he said,
Let's solve this in the marketplace of ideas, Kanye, please.
you know,
This
you don't
guy's
believe
such a fucking loser.
truths. Like, this is my truth. You guys are denying it, and I don't want to have this conversation.
That
I'm like,
sounds like leftist.
and I'm like,
BS.
And I'm like, look, I disagree with you.
It is,
Like,
oh my God. It's like every time they pan to her, it's like fucking alarming. Oh my God. It's like, that's like the body of the girl they found in the river after the prom. This is what washed ashore.
it's okay. It's
But
not
we
the end of
invited
the
you
world.
on knowing you.
And if
We're
you
gonna
think
say
you're
so.
right, explain it to us. That's what I said. I was just running up.
That's
to
what
them.
I'm like disappointed by. I wanted to hear more from each person at the table about just what they're doing and what their vision is.
My God, this girl has the strongest jaw in the world. She's just in the fucking back. She's chewing on metal all day.
If you don't agree with them, they're really interesting and
I wish I had a jaw like this. Look at that fucking
are
jaw.
doing some really big things.
Did he make any suggestion at all that he would come back? At
No.
some-
Please don't look at me.
No, he's like, I don't want to have a conversation with you guys because you guys, you know, essentially
This
don't
is-
see the bigger truth
look.
of what his. I'm like, those are your
Okay,
truths.
so that's 42 minutes in. Huge cope. Okay.
The depth of their ideology. None. Unable to withstand 5 minutes of questions.
Oh my God, it's so funny.
Platform. It's like, was that not a good display of the depth of their ideology? None.
Oh my God, Tim. No display of nothing. Tim L. Look at the chat room, man. Tim L.
Unable to withstand 5 minutes of questions. I wasn't mean. I did not insult him. We talked beforehand.
Yeah, she's looking like if Gaston's sister got like really into meth.
Well, what do you mean by that? I don't, I said I don't use the word they the way you mean. I'm talking about like, and he just gets up and walks out.
Yeah.
Like he doesn't want to.
I use they them pronouns for Jews.
Anytime
I'm referring to they, I'm talking about the Jews, so I use they them pronouns for the Jews.
Ideas, but I have to sit here and listen to him. You know what I think, man? There's a reason why Ye is who he is. They say that celebrities, all of them, tend to have some degree of narcissism.
Can you hear how dry his mouth sounds? This whole situation has completely dried his mouth out.
They feel that they should be seen by everybody, and thus they end up putting themselves out more, which increases the likelihood of fame and notoriety. yours truly included. I don't think I'm exempt for any of this stuff. I'm sitting here putting a camera in my face, talking to it all the time, and I talk a whole lot.
Cool. Yeah, you're talking a lot is the reason why you're doing a podcast with this woman right here. Who is she? Why would you want somebody like this around the office? Why, like, do you just want your house to have like a haunted feeling? I don't understand.
Right now is because he has the soul of an artist and not of a politician, and that's usually a good thing.
Yeah,
Actually,
you know a lot about souls.
Well, if there's one thing we know from Milo, he understands that any press is good press, and he kind of utilizes that to his personal benefit. I don't know, maybe.
Oh my God, there's still cope. Yeah, who even is she? Like, what is this?
Convinced me to vote for Donald Trump because I saw how insane things were getting, and this was so extremely dire. And it was a lot of factors.
Let's see how far in we could see if he's still talking about what he would
read
do.
in the chat room right now. And every time I read the chat,
every time I read the chat, what happens every time you read the chat?
He reads the news. How does he come out of it the other side? I don't know.
I'm reading
Leonard's
the chat.
smirking over here. I don't know what's
I'm
happening.
reading the chat room right now, and every time I read the chat, I have a great time.
Well,
most of the time I'm on this show.
You know what that is? That's so fun. Oh, I love this. That's one thing I would like, by the way. Let's get Luke and Tim against each other in like an Adam versus Tim type way. Oh my God, how great would it be if Tim Pool and Luke Randowski got in this huge mega fight? That'd be so fucking awesome.
Usually snick.
Like, because what Luke is doing right now is the whole chat is Tim L, tomatoes, Tim L. Even though if you actually like watch the footage, Luke played a pretty big role in making Kanye uncomfortable as well. So Luke he's taking great pleasure in watching thousands of people make fun of his supposed friend. So that's the type of friends that this Tim Pool guy has. And honestly, it is kind of sad. And honestly, I do understand why he was crying in that previous clip. Because his friends are Luke Randowski. Yeah, I would be crying too.
Ring in the corner here,
Yeah.
reading all the chats.
We don't
Here
see
for
about Lewis is like he has 3 different screens up, and you can see the chat going on one of them.
I got an idea for a segment.
What is it?
Oh, we're still doing news?
Yeah,
Okay.
hold on.
We're still rolling.
Trump's in the clear now. So now I have no idea what their plan was. Maybe just trolling, fun, notoriety,
It might all get overshadowed, unfortunately. All of that information might get overshadowed. Who knows?
Do you think the Ye campaign could meet the filing requirements to run for president? Like right now, it's a hypothetical. There's nothing in documentation, right? We don't have a paper trail of a formal campaign.
Yeah, so that was that, guys. I mean, that's been Kanye West, or that's been Tim Pool's week. We're not even, Kanye is just another barrier in Tim Pool's life, making his life a little bit harder. But yeah, I think I'm going to call this show here. I actually, if you guys can believe this, I have a lot more stuff to talk about, and I'm going to come back in the next day or two. We got more stream to do. I say we leave it here for now. We come back another day. This has been absolutely amazing. Thank you guys all for stopping by. What a fun stream it's been. Yeah, it's been great. We've been covering some ground today. Got a lot of different types of stories in here. Thank you to everybody who showed up. Thank you to fucking Diet Goth Mommy, for being nice and letting me joke around. And thanks to all the lovely people in the chat. If you feel like it, $3 a month, support me. But other than that, I'm going to head out of here. And by the way, if you guys are members and you want specific emojis or anything like that, I just learned how to use GIMP on my computer. So I can make emojis extremely easy now. So if you guys have anything like specifically that you want, let me know. Also, join the Discord. But for now, I am headed out of here. What do we got? Let's find a good song. What's a good way to end this? Yeah, there we go. That feels nice. Goodbye, everybody.
shadow of a doubt. Check it out. On to the next sensation. To the Dionysian state, where the pleasure feeds the taste.